Good evening, everybody. We're going to be continuing on with our Terra Invicta game here with the initiative. We are making progress, I would say, in it for the long haul. Last time around, we did manage to take out an enemy craft, in the end, resulting in the loss of all 4 of our vessels. However, that was able to recoup some alien materials to further our research. We've been slowly upgrading our post-Earth holdings, both on the moon and on Mars, making some decent headway, I would say, into that. We're pretty far apart right now, so good on that. On the home front, we were able to capture an alien last time after quite the effort. Let's just put it that way, quite the effort. We were really struggling to get the detain off. We did, I don't know, 4 or 5 separate multi-stage attempts, and in the end, we basically said that we were only able to do it here in our home territory of China because we had a bonus from the security apparatus, which was giving us I believe it was +3 on that roll. So we did manage to do that right at the end last time. So pretty good there. We were able to merge in Laos and Cambodia into Vietnam, so we did a little bit of merger here. We were testing out how this merger is supposed to work, and it's very convoluted. I will put a point of feedback on this one. If the mechanic's too strong, change the mechanic. Don't make it stupid and convoluted like this. We're gonna have to do all kinds of weird, unnatural gyrations, apparently, to do what I thought the tech was gonna do with a push of a button. If you don't want it to work that way, then just make the game not work that way. I dislike that. And it seems that this is the biggest offender, is exactly what we're trying to do. So a little bit annoyed at that, if I'm being honest. Let me catch up on chat here. Slice, good evening. And J-Rob, looking forward to the stream. Had some thoughts on the last one. If I can just ramble for a bit. I mean, ramble away. I'll do my best to keep up. Hey, Caddy, how's it going? And Lartor, hey Babel, cheers for the Terra Invicta content. Been catching up on the VODs. 2 notes: you can remove parts of Diplo offerings by right-clicking them, and you can see the exact IP investment. Yeah, the IP investment, I think at some point we saw that, is this right here, the monthly investment points. So we're getting 31.8 because we own everything, and if we... Unless you're talking about seeing the exact numbers. If you're saying that, then I still don't know where that is. I mean, I could do the math on this. So 8% of 31.8 would tell us what that's doing for us per point, or control point, I suppose. Actually, no, not per control point, because that's the total percentage. Clicking the share at the top of the column. Are you talking about this one? Ah, gotcha. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that's actually really helpful. Thank you. So this is going to be per month. So every 2 turns, we get this value in there. So for our military, every 2 turns, we have 8.7. So we're completing this quite often, actually. So good to know there. We have been desperately trying to get our military up. We were, I'm going to say, in kind of some dire straits for a hot minute. We were chasing Alpha around like crazy. The foliage had gone out of control, and when our armies all of a sudden started losing to it. So that was a little bit on the spooky side. And saying that, I'm actually going to, yeah, go home. We're gonna have a couple of these cancel and go home. Yeah, especially you. And then I'll leave 2 of them. I'll leave 2 of them on the hunt for now, and we may come back to that. It also takes the bonuses into investment priority into account, so it'll be higher than 31.8 in total. Right, so he's saying like we have a 10% bonus to economy, or whatever our actual number is. You're saying this takes that into account. So if I added up all of these numbers, it's going to be higher than 31.8. I'm not going to try to napkin math that, but just eyeballing it, I'd say I agree. We have like 40 something there. Caddy says, been playing a lot of my own run, and the balance feels better than in EA. Also, the AI is so much better. Yeah, I definitely have noticed that. Despite Humanity First and the Resistance not doing particularly well, One thing I do remember when I played before was the AI would just ruin whatever it owned, and they seem not to be doing that. Like the EU's doing really well, so they definitely seem to be running the countries a lot better. Grave Fates. Just started my own run. Pretty sure my moon is even worse than yours. Wow. Wow, that's impressive. Because my moon's pretty bad. It did what it needed to do. It got us to Mars. That's what the moon needs to do. Big things for tonight. I do want to continue down this windy, convoluted path because we're at sunk cost fallacy basically at this point. We're in for a penny, in for a pound on this. We need to make a Mark II military vessel that can actually have a better chance of fighting, because it's not just the aliens. We also might have to fight other humans. So right now we have no navy, so pretty weak on that sauce. Let's hop in. Let me remind myself where we at here. Right, everyone picked military all of a sudden for some reason. Right. Okay. All right, that is what that is. I don't have a lot to say about that. Exotic materials is a big one for us. We have this is going to give us some more control points, which we are just under our cap. That's fine. One thing that we may need to grab sooner than I thought we were going to is going to be this one. The problem that we're going to run into is when we merge in Taiwan, if we make Taiwan the leader, which we need to do to get the democracy score, Taiwan does not inherit the claims that the China has regularly. So we're gonna have to do a whole bunch of convolutions of grabbing and releasing and remerging. It's dumb. It's what I'm gonna say. It's dumb. I don't like it. So all these claims would not apply if we have Taiwan in charge. So we're gonna have to merge them in, and then we're gonna have to release Beijing, and then we're gonna have to remerge them into Beijing, if I'm understanding it correctly. I had a couple people agree with what we were saying last time, and that was the long short of it. So very annoying, I will say, basically. But it is what it is. So everyone's favorite 40,000 research incoming relatively soon. So that'll be fun. I think we are going to focus, though, on trying to get the ship ready to go somewhat. Also, I think you could have made the capture of Alpha a bit easier by stealing some of the security granting orgs with hostile takeovers. Yeah, we might have. I don't know. Can we take the Salamander group? Or is that one that I can't pull off of them? I would assume that's a no-go, but I guess we could have checked the other ones. Our problem was we would be investigating Alf and trying to make attempts, and then they would just disappear and we'd lose track of them. So it's kind of like, how long can I fiddle with them and try to get them weakened versus then they just disappear and we lose track of them forever. So I don't know. I'm not sure. Now that we have one captured, I'm not sure if it's worth bothering a second time or if we just take them out when we find them. You can't pull the salamanders. Yeah, that would be what I would expect. Okay. Also, my music's a little quiet. I'm not sure if that's just a quiet point or what's going on there. We'll have to fiddle with it. Okay, if I remember right, we literally just captured Alf. That's where we ended. Oh, we also picked up Korea, and the servants were trying to mess up as hard as they could. They did a whole bunch of relationship weirdities right at the end there. I guess while we're in control, we'll ally Taiwan and Vietnam and Singapore, and that's what we care about. Go ahead and do that. New alliance, yep, sure is.
I'm here.
Okay, Mo, good job.
Where do you need me?
Like, seriously,
Ready
good
for
job. And I see... Okay, one,
We'll
go
see
deal
what
with
we can
that.
find.
Owen,
At your service.
I do see that we have...
Going in hot.
Ooh, wait a
Where
second.
to?
I thought we only had one. That was very foolish of me. Yeah. Imagine only having one. All right, go take care of that.
Standing by.
Mo, I'm gonna have you do a quick sweep here
Eyes up.
and make sure that we're clear. We have some XP to dole out. Blaster has 45. So we've maxed out persuasion. We've maxed out admin. Some extra security wouldn't be terrible. Losing them would be pretty horrific. Command will also still raise my cap, so we could do that. Science wouldn't be bad either. Science, I think it's every 5 we gain a bonus. Monthly chance of unlocking projects, so we could drop a little bit of science in there. Maybe I'll get both of those to 10 as her next project. And well, and we don't really need this yet. Actually, no, if we do security, we're not going to raise that at all. Let's do the science first. We'll have her grab just a couple science. That takes her to 10, so we're getting that bonus. Mo. Okay, Mo still has room to grow here. Quite a bit of room to still grow here. So, investigation, we were noticing that we didn't have enough. So let's focus in on that somewhat. So, grab that. Owen needs 1 more for command, and he doesn't have the XP for it. J-Rob does have XP. J-Rob was trying to get these 2 up. What would have been most helpful in that situation would have been investigation. He could have stacked investigation while Mo was attempting it, so I think we're going to raise that first. And Broad does not have any XP. Yeah, he did have a handful of orgs for sure. You've been capturing because your investigation was higher than espionage. Capturing also gives more xenoscience bonus. Can you confirm that, Caddy? Hate is about equal. Might be a smidge lower. It was lower in some EA factions, but they fixed it. Okay. Okay, so that's everyone doing something. Like I said, usually the easiest way for me to hop back into an ongoing one is to roll a turn. So let's roll a turn right away, and then we'll see if we can figure out what we're doing here. Capping definitely gives more Xeno research bonus. Okay, so caps are worth it if we can pull it off. New project available. We need to communicate with the captured Hydra.
Surveilling target area.
Okay, did you find aliens? Tourist berths. I'm not too worried about getting that up and running, if I'm being honest.
Order is returning.
Stabilized nation. Okay, so Korea still has some strife. Okay, go ahead and continue that. And we'll get Owen over there as soon as he has a second. That's a command stat one, so. Don't discount the power of coups with Owen Strong High. Yeah, we need to get the techs that will allow us to raise unrest. I want to coup them out of here. I think that's my best chance.
The LZ is secured.
Alien asset complete. Yep. I don't like somebody being over here. Who are you and what are you doing?
Here's what we've found.
Thank you. I'm gonna guess this is a human, but you never know. Jamaica, under the servants, and Korea have ended their alliance. The famous Jamaica-Korea alliance. All right, Mo, go see who that is, and we'll see how much bang bang we need.
Acknowledged.
Go ahead and help stabilize over here.
Restoring order.
J-Rob.
I'm here.
I'm actually gonna, I think, throw a defense up. I tend to do a defense right when things are fresh, just in case people are still interested in messing with it. Like, they haven't really messed with any of my other assets once we've had them under control a while, so we will do that. That's pretty much the turn there. Just double checking. We're trying to maintain control of exo-atmospheric fighters. I have a feeling the AI is going to get itself in a lot of trouble with this, because I think they're going to shoot down a bunch of alien craft and raise their hate a whole bunch. We shall see, I suppose. You just saw Mo's stat line. Yeah, Mo has our unique org. Right here. The Ferrosite deployment team, which is giving 15, actually just a bajillion stats. That's 25 relevant stats, basically. The 20% unity is pretty darn nice there, too. Slice using his 18-month membership super chat. Man, you are almost... I mean, it's not going to be too much longer. You're actually going to be the first 2-year, I believe. If I can get to see the next color. Like, comment, subscribe, you slackers. The beatings will continue until morale improves. Long live the aliens. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to feel about that. On one hand, I agree, but on the other hand, I don't. I'm conflicted. Okay, I didn't finish my thought here, though. So we're maintaining control of this because I want to have a slot here. We did pick this, and I want this for our next ship. So I don't think I'm going to really change much here. We're going to lose control of this, it says. That's fine. Yeah, I think we're just going to let that play. And we're going to let this play. Now, what we need to do is another relationship change here. Well, it's going to be a policy change. Yeah, cooldown for relations is the 22nd effect. So next turn. Okay, next turn. Yeah, this is going to be so convoluted. I have a feeling I'm going to be really annoyed. Another thing I think we're definitely going to do tonight, if we do have to do any reloading, I think we're going to quit all the way out of the game and reload back in. The slowdown is really noticeable. It seems when you reload the game, there must still be a memory leak or something, because I don't really have problems until we start loading things. Defend interest is complete.
Lending my expertise.
I have new information.
All right, who was it? Project Exodus. Okay, they're relatively chill. I'm fine with that.
Order is returning.
Okay, down to 2.8. Do it again.
Violence is abating.
2.3. Do it again. Yeah, we'll get this place all stabilized up. Did I change their priorities? Yes, it looks like I came in here and did that. And they still need one mission control. Okay. European Union, under the Protectorate, has declared war on Algeria. Okay. I mean, that is a thing that you can do. Humanity First is trying. I'm not sure what the Resistance is doing. They have been very disappointing. Detain does give less hate than assassinate on a critical success, but not on a normal success. Okay. I don't know how many crits we're going to get on that, if I'm being honest. Babel ASMR, I'm here for it. Is my sound doing something weird, or are we just happy to hear me? Okay, stabilizing nation is good. Mo doesn't have stabilize, but we're off cooldown, right? Yes. Okay, so if I understand this correctly, we are going to federate here. We're going to federate via Taiwan with PNC. I think the PRC is going to be the lead in that, and that shouldn't matter. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So I think it's time to do that. J-Rob. No, let's have Mo do it. No Federation policy available yet, though. Yeah. I wish it would just show me all possible... I wish it would show me all possible things here. Yeah, Federation's... Okay, so it's going to be the 14th, it looks like. But that says what's Korea. Is there one cooldown for everything? Because that's a little weird if that's the case. Grant independence, disband army, disband nukes. We are... Oh, no, we're not. Okay, yeah, that's the problem. Okay, let's get that alliance going. Yeah, that's right. We had to do the release and that... Yeah. Okay. It's coming back to me. Alright, they are allied. Our cooldown on that is May 12th. May 12th. That's not too bad. I think we had a tech recently that lowered the cooldown on that. Okay.
Reporting in.
Mo. He's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. What are your odds of doing the increase unrest? 0. Okay, because that's a command thing. So maybe we continue to raise public support. Let me just check in. We could use a little bit in Taiwan. We're not bad or anything, though. We could start in on some of these other places. Stop taking things near me, man. I'm gonna have to kick you out at some point. Man, of course, all the people I don't want to mess with are in areas that I'm gonna have to push them out at some point. Would you guys just stop? It's time to stop. All right, let's go start raising our PR over here in Japan. That's a long ways out. J-Rob. Okay, we didn't find anything here, but let's continue to do a quick sweep of the country. Are we close to anything? May, August, September. Okay, so basically no. All right, let's go ahead and run that. Stakeholder subversion. Gain +2 on hostile takeover. Ooh, nice. Okay, new project available. Reverse engineer small alien arms. Our armies do a bonus 25% bonus against human armies. National investment in military is increased. I mean, that's gonna be nice.
Initiating surveillance. I will help.
I feel like we need to really catch up on some engineering. I feel like that's one area where we are just behind. Okay, fleet's being launched. Debris duty. We have identified a piece of orbital debris that will pass close to the Allen Nainau station. No risk of collision. It's a rare opportunity. We could remove the debris. Well, unfortunately, I don't have my defense stuff here. Enter debris into tracking and catalog. Okay, well, better than nothing.
Stabilizing.
We're stabilizing.
Things are stabilizing.
Stabilizing.
Moved the needle.
Nice. 10%. That's actually pretty significant. We also, I need to go check our stations and see if we can make our defense things up there. Foamed metal armor. Okay. Big maybe. Okay, Pharos drives are available. When we get ready to build our new ship, we'll pick whatever drive we think is best, and then we will do that one. I'm going to try to wait that for last so that we have the absolute best, most efficient drive that we could get. Okay, before I forget, let me hop into orbit. Okay, here. Yeah, layered defense array is what we would want, but this one has been filled up. That is unfortunate. You're the Xeno lab. I really don't want to take anything off of this. Okay, you are the construction. Okay, let's do one. So if we build in space. Oh, not there apparently. We'll do it here. So go ahead and build in space. Okay. Everyone else should have a slot because I was trying to be careful and save. What are you? Military lab? Okay, you're supposed to be a military lab thing. And we have a solar collector that needs upgrading. Okay, do it. And then we want one hydroponics bay. We want one layered defense. And then we want a bunch of military science. This will be really nice because apparently we're going to be doing a lot of military science. So finally get some bonus on that. Okay. Here we want the layered defense. Okay, now I don't think we need these here per se. We have 80, or we got 20 extra power. I think I'm just gonna sit on that for now. Yeah, you should all be upgraded. You're not. Okay, let's let's get that happening here.
Another 45 seconds to go.
Put the fission in, upgrade. Put the better mine in, upgrade. Okay, I must have missed that one, or maybe it was on cooldown or something. Okay, you're right. You're the one that I made the mistake on. Yeah, that didn't have that upgraded. And then that also means we will have excess power here, and I'm going to drop another Skunk Works. Really try to push that some. Okay, here we're on some asteroids, so upgrade, yes. And we can't upgrade the others until that finishes, so sure. Here we have it, so upgrade. Boy, this is expensive. My goodness, all these projects at once. But we just got to do it. Okay, and we're back to where we began. All right, that is the orbit. J-Rob. Okay, so we're not seeing a ton of stuff here. We have done a good job, I would say, of cooling this area off. Let's go check down here. And we have relations. What did I say? May? Taiwan is May 12th. Okay, so we have a couple months before that becomes relevant. All right, let's run it.
Initiating recon.
Got our surveil. All right, I need my tea. Ooh, maybe not. That's still really hot. Accidentally overboiled my water here.
Offering
All
assistance.
right, we're gonna go for the old emergency water. Okay, another crash. Now we're actually kind of hot up here. I don't know if I want to go all in. I don't know if I want to go all in on that. We'll see. If I don't do it, though, he's going to come down to my territory and mess with me, so maybe it would be worthwhile. It almost feels like they're purposely landing over in the servants area. All right, repeat
Things are
that.
cooling off.
Repeat that.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
23%. I may need you to come over and deal with this. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about that. Chugging along through the timeline. Okay, enemies are planning. Yeah, they're conducting surveillance. Nothing I can do about it. Somebody else is gonna have to step up a little bit. I'm gonna go deal with this. And Mo.
Orders.
Let's see if they're around here.
Setting
I'm gonna
a
be
watch.
shocked if they're not. Yeah, and that is everybody. We're just double checking it. We're up to 4.7 for the military. Our population is increasing. Let's hope we get nuclear saltwater rockets. I don't know their stats in EA. They were a bit niche, but their physics is fascinating. The game calls them Posidon drives. 1 Chernobyl a second. Nice. Nice and safe form of travel. Glad to hear it. Okay, we are approaching here. 15th of April, so we should have this next turn. Nuclear fusion methodologies. I'm going to guess this is a new generation of techs. So, like I said, we're going to wait and try to pick whatever's the nicest, most up-to-date thing at the time.
Offering support.
Yeah, this is stabilizing pretty well. Get this all cooled off here.
Violence is abating.
0.25.
Violence is abating.
Good, good. 1.5. What is your driving factor? Movement towards rest. Regain gain. Unrest mission. So somebody did an unrest mission here. I wonder if that was Project Exodus when he popped over here.
Our advances in science and technology can be the key to the gates of heaven, but also to the gates of hell. We must choose wisely every time, or we may never choose again. Commissioner Kiran Banerjee, speech at the United Nations.
Ever since we gazed at the burning sun in our sky, we have wondered how its light and power were created. As early as 1920, scientists theorized about the sheer endless possibilities of nuclear fusion. Now, with countless challenges and opportunities presented by the arrival of life from outer space, the imperative that we realize this dream of unprecedented energy. We finally developed a concrete path towards making the impossible possible: controlled nuclear fusion. By using powerful magnets and lasers, we've refined the technology to push smaller atoms together so that they fuse into heavier elements. The trick to nuclear fusion is to overcome the repelling force that prevents atoms from fusing on their own. This allows the binding nuclear force to take over and merge the atoms together. When fusing light atoms into heavier ones, we observe Einstein's famous law, making itself once more inarguable. Energy and mass merge together to create something new, while releasing excess energy. It is this burst of released energy that is key to meeting the steep power requirements of deep space habitats, but also of our ever more demanding spaceship drives and weapons. Our scientists believe this breakthrough will help to level the playing field in the vast reaches of space. Now that the fundamentals of off-world fusion reactors have been proven possible, they predict that we shall soon see reactors running on two potent hydrogen isotopes, deuterium and tritium, so two neutrons and three. We must also master at least one of several confinement schemes to control and direct the massive energy we are creating. Once accomplished, the versatility of this energy source will surely know no bounds. And he wants to do quantum computing. Not what I would have picked right now, but this is on the way towards getting us another agent, so it's fine. All right, we're gonna finish up rail here in a second. Okay, I'm relatively confident that no one's going to take that off me. Let's redistribute. Keep going.
Recon.
I just noticed we have someone in our territory. Who are you? And are you Alf? Might be Alf over there too. We've completed the rail cannon project. Improved rail cannon. Okay, we'll look at that when it's relevant. Okay, we haven't got any of the new energy stuff yet. Improved maintenance procedures. Okay, I'm going to assume that we're going to get a new drive here. And I'm going to obsolete all the current ones because I haven't memorized their names. If we don't, we can always look at the obsoleted ones. But that's just going to make it cleaner so I can see what's new. Okay, I think as much as I don't want to double or quadruple up, are we running? No, we don't have a social tech. Okay, we should do a social tech while we have time before something else gets picked. Maximum effort wouldn't be bad. This lets us take it one extra tick up. And while it's expensive, that can be pretty vital sometimes. Media literacy training, extra knowledge investment would be nice. Enemies suffer crackdown penalties. 20% more money from spoils. Hostile takeover. This is our repeatable, although at this point it's getting kind of cheap comparatively. Okay, this is the mission control in space. Kind of an important tech at some point. Increase our control point capacity by 10. Gain +1 missions to gain control point or control of a hab. That's really cheap. I'm gonna grab that one. I'm just gonna command decision that's just really cheap for what we get. Okay, Victor comes on in. I'm very curious. Yeah, look how many people arrived. I wonder if they're all at the crash site. Oh, and here's Alf. It's here because he just started a mission there. I see you, buddy boy. I see you. I'm pretty dang certain that's him.
Ready
All
for
right,
my
J
mission.
Rob, would you clear that mission out?
We'll recon the site.
And then I'm gonna need Owen here probably in a second. Okay, we've got the inequality down to 4. Still fighting a little bit of unrest though. We'll get there. That inequality will help a lot once we get that. And our mission control, couple more turns, couple more months we'll have it. Okay, we're in April, which is not May, so I think we're good there. Okay, yeah. Trying to keep these lickety-split when I can. Keep us moving forward. 77th Group Army assaults alien growths.
Offering assistance.
Yeah, I'm on to you, Alf. You made a
Person of
big
interest
mistake.
Surveilled.
Alpha 20. How many do you guys think are actually active on the planet? We've killed 3, I want to say, and capped 1, or we killed 2 and capped 1. I assume most nations have at least killed 1. So that would be minus 7 more, so that'd be about 10, maybe? Special project armor struts. Okay. Yeah, we have so much research to do.
Order is returning.
Okay, down to peaceful.
Things are stabilizing.
Are we holding off? I'm waiting for a little bit more tech. I want at least Gen 2 of missiles. Making new ships that have the same cruddy weapons doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So that's at least the current plan. We should be able to operationalize a lot quicker now that we have the 3 slips instead of just the 1. Hab module complete. Oh goodness, I clicked. I clicked when I shouldn't have clicked. Okay, so I'm going to assume that we can do these upgrades from space. Upgrade from space. So our income's going to be kind of shot for a little bit while all these upgrades go through, but better to do it now and get the income coming in, so. Can we see what other... we'll look when it becomes a little more relevant, I guess. Book burnings. Demonstrations are being held outside schools, libraries, and universities across Korea. The demonstrators are denouncing the curricula of these institutions of higher learning, claiming that they are tools for intellectual elitism and a hotbed of subversive activities against the Korean nation. By tearing down the ivory towers, they say, they will put the Republic of Korea back on the right track. We could watch them burn, which lowers education and increased unrest. We could step in and support schools for 4K. We could crack down, lowers democracy and cohesion, or we could fan. Money fix it. Okay, they're just mad that they have to buy maps again. So we're gonna sponsor some new maps for them. There you go. No more Soviet Union on your maps. Okay, investigate complete. All right, you buddy boy. You're gonna have a bad time.
Ready to go.
We've been forged in the fires of war here.
Investigating target.
All right, can I get an investigate off? Yes.
Tracking type.
Okay, double investigate on this idiot. Everyone else is doing what they need to do. We're not still down to 0, so I'm gonna keep banging away at that. Once we have our mission control here, it'll free up a lot of investment. I am pretty dedicated to getting that done though. And it is the beginning of May, so we can't do our cooldown yet. May 12th, so next turn we'll be able to do that. What is this? Hang on a second. What is this war thing going on here? You're at war with somebody? At war with the Ukraine. Could we not be at war with Ukraine? India. Okay, so we're pulled into this war? Am I crazy? I don't want to be at war with them. Could I not? I should be able to manage that from... Oh, did they declare that right before they left? I bet you they sure did. Yeah, Ukraine. Rival. Can't be at war with each other. Okay, I think I'm gonna need to actually do a policy here. Seek peace. I don't know if they'll accept it. Okay, when I get a free moment, remind me to come back and fix this. That's the servants screwing with me before they got kicked out. Yeah. 10 more aliens before everyone realizes the Earthside elves are just cosplayers. That's what the aliens want you to think. Don't let them fool you. Okay, that is everybody, and we should be able to do some more work next turn on getting our China fixed.
The ocean of history is littered with armadas, sunken by the weight of their purported power. I'm not interested in a massive battle axe. I want a perfectly balanced knife. Colonel Hans Castillo, 5 moves ahead.
Yeah, he's more of a rogue, I suppose, than a barbarian. The sheer difficulty of boosting a massive armored warship out of Earth's gravity well and other lack of survivability of something like an armored space shuttle have collectively to date precluded us from considering any kind of combat-capable surface-to-orbit craft. We've instead focused on assembling our spacecraft away from Earth's surface, but advancements in propulsion and lightweight materials have made small combatants a viable option for near-Earth orbits. These exoatmospheric fighters, or exofighters, would be boosted from Earth's surface using traditional rocket stages, launched from jetliner-sized mothercraft aircraft, or take advantage of new single-stage orbital capabilities to reach the combat area of low Earth orbit. After an engagement, they would return to Earth and land like an airplane on a long airstrip. Because of the significant ground support required for these craft, they will be nation assets under executive factions control, built via national investment and hangared on launch facilities on Earth. They'll be able to join battles in any Earth interface orbit or initiate combat on their own against targets in those orbits. Upgrades in chemical and solid core nuclear propulsion, small solid core nuclear reactors, armor, targeting computers, ECM, and missiles will enhance their capability. Unlocking a priority that allows nations to build surface-to-orbit fighter craft that can be launched using boosts to attack targets in low Earth orbit. Okay, maybe. Maybe. Okay, so we did win the tech, so it's up to us to pick what we want to do. Looks like we do have a new form of energy. That would be good. We have another arrival that we haven't done, apparently. I really want to do this, but we're already running a bajillion military, and I do want cream of the crop when we design our next craft. So we're gonna get this. Do you give me an engine? No, but I betcha we'll get one off of one of these shortly. Neutronics, ultra cold neutronic containment, a laser engine, superconducting magnets, fission pulse. All right, our specialty has always been over here in the energy, so we're going to continue that. Although I say that 72% bonus over here, not bad anymore. All right, keep going.
I will help them.
I'm not ready to build exofighters yet. At some point we will. It's going to require boosts to use, so I am stockpiling some. All right, we caught Alf. We caught Alf. Yeah, we want to stack up that bonus nice and high here. Stabilized mission successful.
Order is returning.
All right, we've got plans for you, buddy boy. You came to the wrong neighborhood. Yeah, abductions. Need boost to boost. That's right. You need to put the boost in the boost to move your caboose. Man, I do wish we had bled off more anger, but I'm not going to stop. Okay, so if we wanted to attack you right now, if we went for a cap, we'd have a 4%. Intel on target is maxed out. 27 if we went all the way. Orgs, let's see what you got. So what we're looking for here, I believe, is security. Yeah, none of these have had security so far. Okay, you have one. Gamma security. Gamma security is the only one I really care about here. So, if we had J-Rob, do you have... You do. Select target org. Oh, that's gonna be a little annoying. All right, Gamma security. Gamma security, 93% chance. Let's just be taking that off of you. Sign.
Targeting enemy orgs.
Where to?
Except for that was
Ready for my
Mo,
mission.
apparently. That's not what I wanted. Mo, I want you to try to detain. We're gonna give that a full send.
Bring them in.
Your orders?
J-Rob,
Ready to go.
because I clicked on J-Rob, so I would expect J-Rob to be the person that gets the order. Gamma security.
Targeting
Yes.
enemy orgs.
There we go.
Acknowledged.
Okay, that's better.
Ready for my mission.
Any orgs to shuffle for 5 more investigate? No. Mo has all of our investigate
Ready for
stuff.
orders.
Like literally all of it. So we're just, and we could actually here, one for the detain is investigate. So let's just level investigate. There we go. Little bit better than it was.
What's
Hey,
the
Owen, go deal with the whatever that is. Blaster. Okay, I do really want to just finish this
We'll restore peace
stability
to this
if I
nation.
can. Such a waste to have instability going on there. Okay, we're working on mini attack. Let's keep plodding along. Okay. Wet bulb disaster. That doesn't sound good. A sustained heat wave coupled with extremely high humidity in Taipei region is causing significant deaths. It is so hot and humid that humans are prevented from cooling themselves by sweating. Only those fortunate enough to have air conditioning are safe. We can say victims of climate change. They have significant population loss, but it's mitigated by wealth, or send in teams to assist. They suffer some population loss, mitigated by wealth. Public gains a public opinion boost. This is relatively cheap. We'll send in a team.
Lending my expertise.
See if we can't help out there. Hostile take out over failure. All right, we'll repeat.
Target lost. We couldn't get.
Okay, so that was a failure,
Ready for new orders.
not a I lost where they're at. Grumble, grumble. That's all I can say about that. Solar array, consolidation, vision. Managed to get into India in 5 months. That's pretty good. India is a great starting point. It's a little less intensive than the US or China, and it needs some, it's a fixer-upper. It's a fixer-upper, but you know, once you do, you're going to be pretty happy with that, I think.
Things are stabilizing.
Peaceful, continue. I can't believe we failed that, was it 93% chance? Grumble, grumble. Okay, army group, assaults. We slowed growth. We didn't kill them, we just slowed it. Investigate the alien stuff. I feel like these turns are taking longer and longer. Okay, we are gonna try again, I think. 34% chance. I mean, it's not the best ever. The reason I'm trying to cap is people said we get more
Eyes on
bonus,
target.
and
Ready.
hopefully it'll keep them from getting too mad at us. We're being pretty aggressive, and we're already up to here. We definitely do not want to get into total war, especially because we have 0 ships. So that would be very detrimental to our future. Okay, we're off cooldown, right? We are. So we should have our policy. Federation. Okay, so we want Taiwan to federate into China, but I think China's still going to be in charge. So we need to do a set national policy. And you know what? I'm actually going to make a save. Hopefully we won't have to play around with this, but just in case, we're going to call this the China check. Okay, and here, and Owen, and set national policy. Go.
Time to make our move.
The religion point is great unity, and the population is big, helps your influence. Totally. Yeah. That's, I guess, another, like, once you're beyond the very beginner, picking nations based on what they actually have for their control points can be kind of interesting. Because, like, we don't have a religion point here in China. Yeah. So, interesting. Different things. I like that security apparatus quite a lot, though. That is really, really, really helpful. And keeping Alf out of here. Okay, I think that's everything. All right, please work Federation shenanigans. It's gonna be super duper annoying. Okay, we found an alien. Yeah, good job, team. We sure did find that alien. You're right. I think this guy I've been following around might be an alien after literally following them around forever and ever. Okay, more railgun projects. How are you failing this roll? I don't know how you failed that, if I'm being honest. It said that it was basically untargetable. Hab module complete. Okay, this is a Mars base. I think we're gonna throw skunk works on these. We may have to take those out at some point for other things, but for now.
They got away.
Okay, we failed again. Keep swinging. Okay, burner drive. This is a new one.
Things are cooling off.
We get a burner drive and then she says things are cooling off. I don't know about that. Idolax says, from the other pop-up, I think the alien hid and then was found again right away and broke the mission. I would agree. Okay, Federation. Join the targeted nation or federation. A federation member must have a territorial claim on the region in the joining faction. Federated nations are in a permanent alliance and share space funding and boost. Requires consolidated control. Yes, we have all that. We are doing this from Taiwan. Federate with China. Confirm. Okay. Set policy complete. Federation. All right. That is not what I expected to see. That is not what I expected to see. I wonder if this got changed in the 1.0 patch. I expected this to be at 10 or whatever we had here. And then I expected that we needed to release Beijing and then remerge in under Beijing. Yeah, I said it at the beginning, but I am going to repeat myself. This is stupid. If you don't want the mechanic of allowing us to do this, then don't allow the mechanic. Don't make this one instance of not being able to do it right. You should be able to do the unification once the... you do the unified to get the boost? Okay, I'm going to trust you guys. One more step. All right, I'm going to trust you guys. Very convoluted. Very convoluted. I do agree that this is probably too powerful, but then just take it out if you're not going to have it work like I think it used to work. Whatever. We're in for a penny, we're in for a pound. So we should have, it'll be on the same cooldown, right? Okay, defense array. Now I think... Okay, close that. Okay, close all those. Alright, now you... Combat platform capable of defending the HAB from attack. It will automatically upgrade weapons and armor as we develop new technologies. This module will be repaired or repowered before others. Grants a 4% targeting roll to overcome ECM for station modules. This applies to all defending ships. Grants 4% ECM value, all defending ships. Okay. This is my space stock. I think we're gonna go double, assuming I have power. No. Okay, I think we're gonna add another solar array. And we're gonna add another layered defense here. Because this is probably my most valuable station. Step-by-step guide and the... let me open that up and have it in front of me. I perused it. Ally, Federate, Unify. Okay, so I am on the right track. I guess I just forgot a step, I suppose. Okay, I have that in front of me for the next step. All right, let's continue on. Yeah, that's what I feel too, Idolac. That's one of the dangers for games that have been in early access for so long. Sometimes it's really hard to parse the current information. Okay, instruments of soft power. +1 to missions to gain control points or control of a HAB. Increase control point management capacity by 10. Okay, 5 additional ores. We're not even really into that at the moment. You know what? Let's just burn this and get this off my list. Who knows? Maybe at some point we'll actually drop one of those. All right, I saw all of you guys get done. Keep going. Enemies are planning. And our cooldown time is 24th of March. So we have about a year before we can fiddle with that. My wrecked resistant run, somehow the Eurasian Union got federated in the... Yeah, you can do it via... I think it's Ukraine, actually. If I remember right, is the linchpin. It's kind of funny, like... For the super nations, there's a lot of shenanigans that you can do to get weird things, weird places. Like, there's one over here, like, somehow you can grab a claim over here as China to pull India in. I don't think I'm going to bother doing that, because we're already going to be doing a bunch of convoluted stuff, but who knows, maybe we will. Okay, you... I hate you, just so that we're all on the same page. We have lost our investigate bonus, because I think he went to ground and then we immediately spotted him, if I had to guess what happened there.
Standing by.
All right, we are going to... Yep, get rid of that.
At your service.
J-Rob. I think, I'm gonna guess we have sight on it again. It was... maybe we don't because we don't have an investigate on him. Okay, that's a little annoying. All right, get an investigate on him. 4 is fine. We can spend it. And other research, not happening. Okay, so hot minute. This will probably finish. Lickety split.
Offering assistance.
2030 Russia is still at war with Ukraine. Yeah.
Mission abort.
Invalid counselor target. Okay, he went to ground again. Yeah, this is why I was taking those earlier shots. Because once they start doing this, it's super annoying. What a waste of my turns that he's able to go to ground when I've already made the targets there. Super annoying. Okay, continuing the plan here. 5 additional orgs. Maybe it would be useful, maybe it wouldn't be useful. A broadcasting outlet, this could be useful. Arrival markets. Yeah, a whole bunch more org stuff. Don't care about that one. This, we're not ready to use this, so I'm not going to get it. This is relatively cheap. We could grab 5 more points. +2 on hostile takeover. And it's relatively cheap. Extra knowledge. Thailand gains claims on the following region. I'm pretty sure this is one. So, okay, if Thailand has claims on stuff, and then we run this one, China, capital is Bangkok, right? That does not say I would have a claim on them. What is their capital region called? Chiang Mai, Bangkok. I was right, it was Bangkok. Do I think this game would be more fun if there was multiplayer? You would be in for a time. You would be in for a long game if there was multiplayer. The nation scrambling would be fun. I don't know if the space stuff would be fun, if I'm being honest. Okay, so what was it? This one? I'm looking to see if this is worth doing. I'm not seeing this as something we can pull in easily, so I'm not too worried about that. Malay, not something I can do too easy. -3 against crackdowns. Not gonna have that currently. ACM, extra learning for 5K. Okay, also we have the burner drive. This is, I feel like we're gonna have other drives though when we finish that other tech, so let's hold off on that one. Shipyard. Yeah, okay, let's do the shipyard. We could up our shipyards to tier 2s. That would be in line with the plan to upgrade the fleet.
Violence is abating.
Stabilize mission success. Okay, we are too peaceful finally. That took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. They really messed that place up. Alien fleet is in transfer. Did we synchronize our rocket launches there? That was kind of weird. Investigate alien activity. Third Army group is fighting growths. I kind of want to use up our cap. And I kind of want to start breaking in here. All right, well, at least it's not humanity first and the resistance. And we did lose the alien. Yeah. So let's get Mo. Okay, we're gonna need to get some public
We'll make our appeal.
opinion up here before we start trying to fiddle with that.
Ready.
That shouldn't take us too long. Owen. All right, apparently we are struggling over here. Would you go clean that up?
Ready.
And J-Rob, probably the same thing? That seems to be the only growth in my territory. I bet you're still a hotbed. And we do know about this one. You know what? Let's just go clear that out too. Let's not spend ops in their territory though. Humanity first gets an early +6 or so boost to assassinate missions. So any versus play would, ooh, that would hurt. That would hurt quite a lot. Does that come off of their unique org that they get?
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Okay, up to 23%,
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
29%. Putting a propaganda station into orbit wouldn't be a bad idea either. Another thing we could do relatively easily. Alien, okay. Well. I wonder who that is.
Score one.
That's so cute that he got to go to ground right in front of me. Can factions be destroyed outright? No. You can always recruit new agents and start again. And I guess you'd still have your tech if nothing else. There probably is a point where the aliens are too far ahead, I would guess. All right, Mo, investigate this clown.
We'll see what they're up to.
J-Rob,
Ready for orders.
clear up that.
Where to?
Owen.
Need me?
Whatever it is not in my territory. Brussels. We were trying to help Africa a little bit. Mozambique. Go
Heading
clear
to
that
the
out.
LZ.
Did they ever kill those exos, or are they still stomping around? They got them. All right, they did get them finally. Thank goodness that didn't pop up in my territory.
Offering support.
We've got some intel on
There is
our
a talent
target.
development tech that's different for every faction. Initiative gets +3 admin. Yeah, we have that one. Humanity first gets +2 to 2 traits. They each have a unique tech to get +4 to assassination missions. Wow, that's brutal. Okay, Alpha 20. No surprise to anyone, I don't think.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Okay, now Blaster, I'm just gonna permanently assign you here until we need to move you. We need to get that up to at least about 51%, and then we'll start doing the crackdown
Score
stuff.
one for the good guys.
Okay, clearing some garbage out. Space Hotel Project.
Recon complete.
Investigate alien activity mission complete. Yeah, we're not having them do any garbage in our territory. Okay,
Standing
Mo,
by.
detain. We do not have the bonus. You don't have enough XP, so you will have to do an
Tracking
investigate.
target.
J-Rob, I'm gonna have you
Where did you
attempt. No, because we can't see it. That's really annoying. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna have you. Let's actually do a surveil here and see if we could catch any other garbage he's been doing. Owen. All right. Kenya, go.
Taking it to them.
Just trying to help a little bit here since they seem to be really struggling. And we're working on techs. Ironically, finishing quantum computing relatively quickly. Research Campus, Targeting Computers 2. Research Campus, Information Science Institute, Civilian Quantum Computing, and Targeting Computer. You know what? I would actually really like Civilian Quantum Computing. And we're really far ahead over here. Let's just see, can we just pump ourselves a few points in here? Try to increase our odds of getting that project. Hey, Shinosuke, how's it going, man?
Surveilling target area.
I will help them.
Did you ever manage to get your agent to the
Person of
moon?
interest surveilled.
Ugh. Okay, we investigate. Now, my question is, are we going to be back to our +5 bonus, or is that
Is in the
1?
box. The cat is alive. The cat is dead. The cat is not in the box. All cats ever born are in the box. The box does not exist. The box is a cat. You are the cat. Superior Judith Howell. The Truth. Delisted social media video.
Yeah, she seems very stable, guys. Don't even worry about it. Just a prank, bro. A regular computer stores information in a series of zeros and ones. No matter the data, be it a spreadsheet, an image, a video, a game, it all boils down to ones and zeros. In that respect, even our most advanced devices are simply an evolution of humble pocket calculator, despite being made up of transistors almost as small as an atom. Quantum computing has a profound change in this age-old approach, in that it can store information as both a 0 and a 1 at the same time. While this is a headache-inducing concept on paper, in practice, what it means is that a quantum computer can perform multiple operations simultaneously, while even our best supercomputers possess calculations one by one. In a single operation, a quantum computer can compute what would require a million calculations on a regular computer. This means a breathtakingly complex result measured in milliseconds, shattering the hard barriers imposed by traditional and even photonic computing. Now that our hardware and software engineers have finally lifted quantum computers out of the realm of mere theory and into mass production, ready reality, we will soon be able to devise devices able to deal with near infinite variables inherent to running off-world colonies and planetary-wide defense systems, generalizing true artificial intelligence, and even deciphering the aliens' own advanced technology. New orgs are available, new techs are available. We picked directed space research. We'll develop methods for research into specific fields in low G. I mean, I guess that's tier 2 research labs. That sure is. Alright. Says I'll be in charge of this. I highly doubt that's going to be the case. But we'll write it for now. We're in charge of everything according to this, and I can't believe that's true. We are up to 3.3k science. Also, did I have to do something over here again? Yeah, okay, I see what's going on here. We are allied to India and Russia. Let's not be allied to India and Russia. In fact, you know what? Let's just take a quick look through here. Are we... Peru? No. Okay, Ukraine stuff is different. Yeah, Indian. Okay, I see. This isn't saved. Oh, wait. I can only do it page by page? All right, let's just get them all unallied then. That's a little annoying. And I can't do this? I can. Okay, never mind. Then we're cool. Okay, let's just double check. Don't care, don't care. Yeah, this is all those servants messing around with things right at the end there. There we go. And we can take that one. Okay, relocates. We end a bunch of alliances. Okay, does that knock them, holy moly, out of that war? And I think the answer is no. We will see if we can get a policy over there to get out of that. Assault alien asset. Check the intel tab, see how the AI is doing. We can definitely do that. In the Bhutan. Boy, this guy right here. Okay, shipyard is complete. That's our tier 2 building. Still only have burner drive. This is some more control points. Maybe we just grab that quick. Are we still doing other? Yeah, we're doing transnational coordination. Okay. What aren't we doing? Material science. Let's do some material science. Water purification techniques. Our mines do more, but it's very expensive. Our mines produce more water. I mean, the sooner I get that, the better. Foamed metal. Bonus to resist shipping. We also had armor struts. Reinforced struts that increase the amount of armor each facing on the ship can carry by 100%. I don't think we're ready for heavily armored ships, if I'm being honest. A repair bay would be useful. I think we're going to grab the foamed metal armor. We're really waiting for that missile tech and then a drive tech. Foamed armor is pretty light efficient. Yeah. The stuff we had before was very heavy for what we were getting. because we just had starter text basically. Okay, you idiot.
Your orders?
Can we detain you? Okay, intel is 3. So we will need to check you again. Let's not have you do it though. I think I do want you. Gamma security. 89% chance for this to be a success. Please get that. This will be your 3rd
Where
attempt.
to?
Mo, continue to work on raising that to +5.
Target.
We're not in China here, so I'm not getting my extra security bonus, which is hurting us quite a bit. All right, and you clean up that. If nothing else, they're just giving me more and more Xeno bonus, so I won't say no to that. And we are in charge of all the techs. What is everyone else researching that I'm not?
Offering assistance.
That's a little worrisome. Is there a way to find out if your counselor got turned? I don't know to tell for sure, but you'd want to investigate their loyalty score and be very suspicious if it's super duper low. You can put the loyalty cybernetic on them. Our research and development teams reported we're now able to undertake alien computers. I owned an Alienware once. I had to send it back for repairs when it arrived. It had a bad MOBO. National investment points we directed to mission control priority are increased by 25%. That'd actually be really useful. And extra knowledge points. Advanced climate modeling might be useful too. We'll set that as a favorite.
I have new information.
Oh, right. Check the intel. I forgot to do that. I'm too focused on Alf here. Okay, critical success. You're just gonna go to ground again. Okay, hostile takeover was successful. So we did manage to pull off 1 security from him. Okay, so we wanted tech. We don't have enough catch on most of these people. So we know the servants a little bit. That's, I would assume, because we've been checking the aliens. So audience research, climate lab, ion batteries, hydro diplomacy. I'm glad they don't have hydro diplomacy finished yet. Okay, you know what, while we're here, let's also do a check-in on resources. Have we caught up at all in mission control? No. No, we have not. 90, 104, 39, 107, 51, 78. I'm not in love with that. We're making 19 boost, which is nothing compared to the Protectorate, or the Academy currently, or Humanity First, or the Servants. Now, they're probably doing a lot of that via org, but they're still doing it, right? I like that a lot of, well, no, I shouldn't say a lot. Humanity First apparently is skunked out of noble metals. They have 50 engineering. That is incredible. Protectorate, I would say, is doing very well this game. Very well this game. Science 1.52, 1.8, 800. Wow. 1.2, 1.6. Yeah, I'm about double the next person, so maybe it does make sense I'm in charge. That is not bad.
Public sentiment is increasing.
Hopefully we're going to see a big jump in that. Okay, new Navy launched. Okay, excellent. Okay, so we need 1 more Navy if we want all of our armies to be naval. I do kind of want to do that. I think I'm going to do that. I don't think we're going to build another army. Let's just get them all amphibious. We'll put some metal snakes off the coast. March. So we got a little while. Abductions, yep. We're on it, team. We're on it. Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened to Resistance. They just failed this game. Regime change in Algeria. I bumped up against resistance ever so slightly, but I did not bully them. Please, no bully. Just resist. Okay, you, dum-dum.
Where do you need me?
I need you to capture this idiot. Okay, we are up to 5. This is as good a shot as we'll get. 34%. I really need him to move over into China.
We'll grab
Get
them.
that extra 3 would tip that over the edge. Owen, what are your odds? 0 are your odds. Okay, do we need to stabilize? We do. Okay, Owen, come over here. Let's just get that
We'll
knocked
restore
back
peace
down.
to this nation.
How are we doing here?
Standing by.
We are up to 34%. Working on it. J-Rob, good job on the steel. Let's get you... Let's go check a different area. Just to make sure we don't have any growths getting away from us. Who's got the other big power blocks? Servants have Russia and India, which I don't love. I don't want them to have any of those. Protectorate has the EU. The Project Exodus has North America. Academy has Canada and Brazil. And Resistance has Mexico. I guess the easiest way to see that... maybe not through there. If we go here, so if we look at this, Resistance, they're just kind of spread around basically. A little bit in Africa, a little bit in Asia, a little bit in Europe. They just don't have a power. Like nothing on here is particularly powerful. Humanity First, kind of the same problem. They have like Eastern Europe, a little bit of Africa, a little bit of Asia, no major power. Servants have India and Russia and Iran. Protectorate, again, mostly has Europe, although Japan too, which not for long. Canada, Brazil, Spain, Saudi Arabia. Yeah. It's unfortunate. China and India, that would be ridiculous. I think that would be GG if that was the case. Okay, that is everyone's commands. It's ticking along, and I'm in charge. Our R&D department is earning their keep, I'll tell you that.
Setting a watch.
Offering support.
Target secured.
Detain Counselor mission success. Nice. Get in the box, Alf. Get in the box. Get in the box, Alf. Yeah, we got another pip of danger, though.
Things are stabilizing.
I hope they just stay away from me for a little bit, because I can't have them running around my territory causing trouble.
It's tempting to think of our expansion into the stars as simply the continued evolution of human knowledge. Yet the truth is that it will spawn new fields of science, entirely new schools of thought. It is not a mere step forward. It is to pull the rug from under everything we thought we knew. Director Khalid Al-Ashqar, Master's Thesis, Oxford University.
I really feel like the voices are quiet. I might need to go up there and turn my voices up. I didn't fiddle with anything, so I don't know why it sounds so quiet to me tonight. Our research into how to support human existence in space and on neighboring worlds continues apace, but true progress will only come when we think beyond the rudiments, not only how to survive, but how to become something more. How can we turn in microgravity into our advantage? How will society best function when there's vast and empty void rather than land separates our species? How can we study what lies beyond our own solar system? What can we learn from the aliens themselves, from their biology and their technology? How can we protect our cosmic interests from current and future threats? These are some of the many questions our scientists are keen to answer. Leaving Earth's orbit en masse will be the single greatest endeavor in human history. Only through science can we truly make success of it. This technology unlocks new orgs. It's basically all the labs. Company engineers, I'm gonna guess that's Skunkworks 2. I'm not sure what autonomous research groups is. Interesting. Okay, this is a global tech. We have a military, we have an energy. Space commerce. Commercial mining companies. Those can be really nice because we could get mining bonuses. Like 5% mining. So that would just help all of our bases. A rival international development. Climate Research Center might be useful because we're having some problems with that. I don't think any of these are ours. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but like Strait of Gibraltar, this was like building a bridge from Spain into Algeria, or no, Morocco. One of the two. Morocco, I think. Bridge of the Horns, I think that's an Africa bridge across to Saudi? I'm not sure where that one is. Bering Strait. I don't think we would use any of these though. Who is Initiative's mirror? It would be Exodus. Yeah, we're kind of in the neutral. Like it's probably Resistance. No, excuse me. Humanity first. Resistance. I guess depending on how you want to argue it, it's either Initiative or Project Exodus, then Academy, then Initiative or Project Exodus, because we want to rule Earth, so we're willing to fight for Earth. Project Exodus is just a bunch of quitters. So it depends how you want to argue that, but I would say we're more anti-alien than they are. Autonomous research groups have a chance to unlock every other project. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, we just want to dab on everybody here. Okay, networked propaganda, total war framing, loyalty training, social media campaigns. Okay, those are fine. Quantum encryption. Okay, quantum encryption is covert operations. That's our last agent. I think we're in on this one. A little wasteful maybe, but I want my last agent. That means we could get 25 more points of orgs if we could do that. Okay, apparently somebody's actually gonna try on this one. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna let this one go unless they fub it up really, really badly. Yeah, I'm gonna let that one go. Famous last words, I know. Material Research Center. Yeah, we're gonna have a whole bunch of unlocks here. Orbital debris strikes. But now. LEO. All right, so yet more casualty of the war. Order personnel to have double shifts. Improvised armor. What? Where's my shoot it down? This one doesn't have an option for that? Boo. All right, we'll pay our 2K. Xenolab destroyed. What was it? Was it? Destroyed module, rebuild. Okay. I see. I was looking at the wrong place. All right. Because this, of course, it hits my one place that we don't have the defense layer. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I don't feel like I'm getting bullied at all. We need soldiers, Axe. Have you not been watching our Shadow Empire playthrough? When you run out of soldiers, you're in a big problem. Just clone more humans. Well, we don't have cloning tech yet, so. Defense array. Yes. New project, military science. We're gonna have a whole ton of those popping up here. Because we were guaranteed we were gonna learn all those. You're not having a great time here.
Ready for
Just
orders.
saying. Okay, I think you're gonna go back to public campaigns over here.
I will try to sway
This will be a
the
nice
public.
chunk of science once we take this over. J-Rob, I think you are gonna finish your tour of checking for Lamaus.
Initiating recon.
Yeah, that is what it is. And we are in September, so we have until about March.
Offering counsel.
New project available, Xenoscience Lab. I wonder if that's gonna change the bonus such that I won't need 9 of them for our full bonus.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
We
Failure.
hold no sway in their minds.
Okay, try again. I would like that to actually get done. Quantum research. That's fine. That's the one we're letting go. I'm letting it go. It's fine. Oh, we also finished our mission control in Korea at some point. War on Croatia. Okay, social science. Okay, so here... Okay, let's knock welfare down a little. I do like fixing this the best I can. That's just one that... The sooner you fix it, the better. So let's just do that. Alright, what else could we do here? Movement towards rest value. So there's really not just regional gain, the 1.9. So there's not a ton I can really do about that. Some more cohesion would help. So this would be helpful. What is causing this to be lowered? Armies destroyed, declared war on a rival. So things I didn't do. Regional annexations. Okay, that one I might be doing. Event effects. Okay, some extra knowledge or unity would help. I'll tell you what then. Let's kick up the knowledge. We're getting a little bit of government here, a little bit of unity. Stacking the welfare still pretty hard. And I think we've been bullied in... Okay, we are doing some environment. I was gonna say adding some environment. Okay, our HAB modules and surface-based defenses get 30% bonus against ECM. Cool. Space Science Research Center, okay. Remember the unrest makes... Yeah, that's why I want to deal with this. New project available. Company engineers. Grants... Okay, we just gained 5 engineering. Cool. God, we have so much research to do. I feel like we're like ridiculously behind. You only need 5? No, it said we could have up to +9 and each lab was giving us +1 for the xeno detection. If you mean tier 1. If you mean tier 2, I don't know. Well, it's very hard to stamp out shadow organizations, so it makes sense that you couldn't. Like, you'd have to find, like, everybody. Okay, research campus. I think that's a, like, planet-based research lab. That might be pretty good. Okay, I did want to try to get us out of this war. J-Rob, can you spare a second to set a policy here? Let me double check. Seek peace. Yes.
Headed to the capital.
Let's get out of that war. Although, I don't know if it's going to work because I'm not in control of both nations. So we'll see if they'll accept it. Okay, everyone else has things they are working on. We're down 300 science. Don't like that. Probably because we're not... Yeah, we don't have a high percentage bonus in what we're researching. Okay, it is what it is. What's the war? No, it's Korea and Ukraine. The servants brought us into that, or brought them into that.
Lending my expertise.
Number of Xeno labs. Okay, I got you, Wing.
Order is returning.
Stabilize nation. Yeah, we're just gonna have to be working on this as a side project.
We're winning their
until we
hearts
can
and
bring that
minds.
resting value down.
The people will come to our side.
People should come to our side. United States joined the European Union-Croatia War.
Mission complete.
Okay, we want seek peace in Ukraine. Okay, Humanity First is in charge of it now. They might take this. All right, there we go. Yep, no reason to have those tensions. We cool. I took this from the servants, and he took Ukraine from the servants, so that's kind of funny, actually. I feel like it's that poster where it's got the two dudes, and they're like grabbing their hands together. Don't you hate aliens? We've fallen behind other people working on information science. We sure have. We sure have. Maybe it's time we drop a new station. What is that looking like? What are your orbits looking like these days? Holy moly, people have been losing a lot of stations. Well, I will take the juicy low orbit one, please. And I will found platform. Yep. Low Earth, please. Actually, Low Earth Orbit 2 does not currently have stuff in it. Maybe we drop that in 2. Yeah, let's do that. Take me there. Okay, we need an admin node. And I would like... Why am I not seeing my power? Solar collector. Yep. And we're gonna need at least ×2. And then... just to get us started, let's get an information science lab, because we have no bonus to this. 3% bonus to investment in knowledge priority if we're in Earth interface orbit. Up to a maximum of 30% for all faction habs. All research category bonuses, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Why a platform and not an orbital? I believe isn't the platform... Oh, maybe I misunderstood. I thought the platform was the tier 2 building. Maybe I did mess that up. Does that matter, I guess, is my question? -2. It's a tier 1. In my mind, that was the tier 2 platform. You can upgrade it? Alright, then I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, I could do it right here. You know what? Here. Build in space. There you go. Done. Minor mistake fixed. Okay, J-Rob. Good job on world peace, J-Rob. Peace in our time. Let's... what do we need to do? Go help the Xenos in Africa? I don't hate that. Do a quick surveil over here. Boy, oh man, that would suck. You couldn't do a single survey and get all of your territory in Japan. Ouch. All right, let's check it at least once just to make sure. Okay, that's assignments. We're getting somewhere here, but we are already past the hour-and-a-half mark, so I'm gonna go do my tea break here quick. If you haven't taken a break and got yourself a drink, maybe a snack or a stretch, I would encourage you to do so. If you're not currently blocking ads and you get an ad, I appreciate the pennies there. Get in here, go ahead and give me a 5-minute break, and I will be right back. Start that break. My button's gonna totally work. Hey. All right, hopefully everyone had a good break there. Wing Solution had a good point there. He said, it's better to build a tier 1 with a defense module and then upgrade it after the guns come online so that you don't lose materials to space debris. Yeah, that makes total sense to me. So what, tier 1, and then probably I'd build 2 solar panels and a defense module? And then once those are all done, then upgrade the middle? That makes sense. Okay, let's rock it. I feel so pressed for time with these weekday 3-hour streams in this game. I feel like we don't get a lot done, even though I feel like we've had pretty snappy turns tonight for the most part. Okay, peaceful, excellent.
We've moved the needle.
Yeah, we'll just try to keep that under control the best we can. I think maybe we need to prioritize getting the unrest missions so that we can get them out of here. Maybe we can help somebody else get in there. Okay, foamed metal. Now this also helps... No, maybe not. I was gonna say this also helps our defense, but I guess not. Our research team tell us we can get information science center. Okay. Okay, space science research. Okay, that's as in we can research the space tech. Yeah. A research campus built in space. It's a tier 2 module, has 200 crew, and gives you 60 science. This to me sounds like it wants to live on a planet because we're gonna need a lot of power. So maybe on Mercury or something, or in orbit on Venus. Oh, only allowed on Earth, Luna system, or on or above worlds with 10,000 pop. Never mind. So we need to get the moon to 10,000 people to be able to build those over there. Interesting. Okay, unrest missions. I'm starting to feel like that might be a good idea. Guerrilla warfare. Unrest increases by 3 in our nation when they are conquered. Gain +2 on unrest missions. It is a warfare tech. I think the other one was 2 though. I think you could put this in the Earth lunar zone. Okay, then that wouldn't be too bad either. Psyops. Yes, Psyops is the other one. They're both 10k, or excuse me, 5k. All right, let's do guerrilla warfare. Go. I want to try to get some, push them away. I don't want them sitting there as long as they've been there. Shoo shoo is all I can say to them. Yeah, that would make some of the otherwise very unuseful lunar things. They used to give 100 research and no MC cost. Wow, that would have been powerful. I don't remember them.
Reporting in. Okay,
Owen. Bang bang. What do we got? Again, I'm gonna try to kind of help out things in our hemisphere or Africa, because they are suffering. All right, go for it.
Going in.
Okay, J-Rob.
For orders.
We didn't find anything down here, but we have to actually do another one up here. So kind of annoying.
Target area.
How we feeling? We're feeling like we're getting there, is what we're feeling. 56%. Okay, I'm not going to tip my hand yet. Yeah, 24th of March and we're in November. Go.
Setting a watch.
The servants took over Brazil and almost immediately got kaijus. They don't do anything to stop them, is the thing.
Offering assistance.
Like I said, they've been watching that kind of anime too much. Those servants.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Public sentiment is increasing.
Okay, that's starting to look like we're ready to make a play here. Autonomous research groups. Our chance to unlock any project for research increases by 10%. All unlocked projects gain a 1% chance to become available to research every month. Okay. Yeah, that would definitely add up. Okay, it's all good. Those type of things were not in the game last time I was playing. So if you didn't get a tech, you just didn't get the tech unless you could steal it from somebody who did. I noticed a whole bunch of people appearing over here. What, you getting nervous or something? Why would that be? 20% chance, but I think we're just gonna throw a little influence at that. J-Rob.
Ready.
Not good enough to do the purging, unfortunately. Mo does have purge, so she's gonna have to kind of work her own job here. Yeah, J-Rob. Let's go one more science so that we get that extra % bonus. 5 in multiples of 5 seem to be the way to do that. Okay, we've learned we cannot raise these. I tried so many times. We were raising his security. I do kind of want to get one of these ones. These would be really good. I think I'm going to hold out. Let's at least get environmental engineer. Blaster. Okay, we were working on your security. Trying to get you to at least 10 so you're not an easy target. Mo. More investigation still. We just need to get that maxed out. Owen. Okay, we were thinking untouchable. Very expensive trait, but very good to have. He's 1 point down. Yeah, let's just finish command. Also, we haven't really been checking orgs. We probably should double check those. Anything in here that's relevant? Public campaign. Assault alien assets. Stabilize nation. Increase unrest. Okay, that is actually kind of nice. I would like that on Owen. So you are a government, but we need Pakistan, so no help. The Nimbus Research Group. Boost. Okay, yeah. Garnet Private Investigations. Yeah, those are some pretty decent stats. So that would be Mo. 3 investigation, 2 research, and I'd have to drop 3. So if I dropped you, we're using you to give you some missions. It would basically come out in a wash. Yeah. Criminal, assassinate, takeover. Okay, J-Rob, do you have assassinate? He already has assassinate. He's not good enough to try right now, but someday. 9 Para SF. Government, India, nope. Sea Dragon, counselor must have government. And that'd be Owen. Protect target, stabilize nation, assault alien asset. We literally have all of those things, unfortunately. Shinosuke says, semi-serious question, is there anyone in chat who would align with the servants? No bully. I mean, I guess it depends on how much they're willing to pay, right? Yeah, Protector's the one that annoys me the most, because they're just like giving up. They're not even gonna try. The Palpatine start, control the opposition. No spoilers in chat, please, Caddy. I played them pretty far in early EA, but yeah, let's just keep the story stuff to a minimum for people who haven't played themselves yet. Okay, I don't think any of these are going to be useful. Notice how these ones are starting to appear where they're granting a lot more missions, but I feel like in the early game you kind of solved that problem via who you hire, so it's not really helpful to me at the moment. Hey, Owen, we're just going to continue trying to help the best we can. Kenya, There you go. J-Rob.
Do you need me?
Okay, it's looking pretty chill here. Okay, what are the odds? No odds are the odds. 38% chance. Who are you?
Surveilling target.
Mo is gonna do a crackdown. Okay, this is looking better. We're okay for now. Still doing knowledge. I think we're gonna even kick the knowledge up a little higher here. Okay, we've been growing the economy in Singapore for quite a while. It's fine. Maybe let's cut back on that a little bit. Give them a little more environment and a little more knowledge. We've also been getting funding out of here. And they've been building boost. That's fine. It's good to have at least a little bit of income there. Yeah, we're doing a little bit here too. And a tiny bit here. Okay, you guys... I think you could cut back on the Unity. Give you a little bit of econ. I think we can go down in the welfare and up and up. And have we been here recently? Okay, that's looking pretty healthy. Let's slow that down. Let's add a little bit of environment. Let's add a little bit of knowledge. They're really authoritarian. Let's add some government. Let's keep a little bit of unity going. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, go.
I will help them.
Nothing unusual found.
All right, investigate counselor mission failure. Boo.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We've hit them where
Okay,
it hurts.
crackdown successful. All right, we'll see if with the crackdown we're able to actually have J-Rob assault. What is this? Oh wait, this is our new station coming online. But we're not there yet. How come my solar collector... My solar collector doesn't have power. It's because our core is not up. Yeah, okay. Fine.
Prepping for the next mission.
Now what we really want to see here, I really hope J-Rob can do the crackdowns, because then we can just double team it. If she has to do both, it's going to take twice as long. Okay, J-Rob, can you do this? Yes, he says. Yes, you can. Okay, 94%. Maybe I was targeting the wrong thing. He sure can. Okay, Mo.
At your service.
Continue your crackdown.
Ranking down.
Owen.
I'm here.
I think we're gonna not even be picky and just go wherever it wants to send him. Owen's just going around mowing the entire world's lawn for us. Gray says, oh, hey, Bebel, if you build the solar mirrors at planetary L1 slots, you get a bonus to all terrestrial solar panels for the whole galaxy. The whole solar system. Is it solar system or is it the orbital body? I thought it was orbital body. So if you build them at Mars, then everyone on Mars would get them. Not on Earth. Unless they're bugged. Okay, we're gonna finish some very important text here in a minute. At the L1 position, you get it everywhere. Who's L1? Because, like, we have an L1 here. Earth Lua L1. Earth Sun L1. We're talking here. Each planet's L1. Oh, okay. Interesting and actually pretty useful. Good knowledge to have. I don't have the engineering project done yet though. And it's not high on my priority list at the moment. I'll just put it that way.
Offering support.
All right, I want to see that purge mission go through. So we're going to get upwards of about 300 more science if we can take this whole place.
Their key people.
Crackdown successful. Pete. She cracked down the same point. Annoying.
The LZ is secured. Mission aborted.
Oh, what? You absolute jerk. I still feel like we should try to purge them anyways. Okay, transnational coordination. Increase our control point management by 40. Yes. Okay, civilian phonic computing is investment points in economy and increases control points. I am going to need to do this at some point. Okay, this is super cheap for 5 engineering. Let's just bang out company engineers. That is super cheap for what we get. Okay, and it looks like Project Exodus is going hard into quantum encryption. I'm just going to let that fly. We're winning the other two. We've won this one. Yeah, we have more than half of that, so no worries there. I'm surprised I'm not bleeding off more of this heat. Okay, have module complete. Okay, here we go. So, upgrade. And I am gonna, I think, follow that bit of advice. So we are going to get our layered defense. And we'll wait for that to finish before we go too crazy here. So we have 1 power. I don't think it's enough power to really power anything. 1 information lab. Let's just upgrade it. Let's get it done. And I'm guessing gonna need a 3rd solar, but we'll wait. We'll wait on that. I like the idea of waiting until we know we can defend it before we put a bunch of resources and have it hit by a rock. Planet. These, and back to where I've been looking. Go. Do we have Skunk-Works? Yes, I do. We've been building one on every terrestrial thing, just not the orbital ones at the moment. That's the amount of power we can afford without building more power, essentially. I'm kind of waiting for us to get closer to the sun, where the power is a little more plentiful. Okay, super annoying that they swept in here and grabbed that from me. Not too impressed with that, if I'm being honest.
Going in hot.
So we're just repeating what we did here. Yeah, go. Might be Icarus. I might be Icarus. I'm more known for building the tower than jumping off of it.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Okay, we got the crackdown. You shouldn't have come here. You shouldn't have come here. I don't know what else to say. European Union pulled in Belgium. They're actually doing incredibly well, I have to say. So for some reason, Project Exodus is helping them. So we hate them too a little bit now.
Target destroyed.
Poor Owen. Never gets a day off. Here we go. We have completed Exotic Materials Project. After exhaustive analysis and stress tests, we have little idea of what the material truly is. We do, however, know what it is not. Despite previously believed its so-called exotics, some manner of hitherto unknown alloy, we've determined it can also exist in a non-solid state, such as within the coolant of the alien warship's heat sinks. It would appear that, rather than being a construction material itself, it will instead improve and augment the durability or electrical conductivity of any other substance we apply it to. While establishing the exact composition of exotics continues to elude us, most certainly, They are not of our solar system. We've been able to separate significant quantities of them from the alien material they are bonded to. This has enabled us to attempt implementation of a material in many of our own technologies, and, happily, it readily adapts to almost any process it's subjected to, as its atomic structure can move between ionic and catonic with ease, so positive and negatively charged. It is simply astonishingly versatile. Allows the faction to amass a stockpile of exotics. So we have a new material. The following projects are now available. Exotic heat sinks. Okay.
We will need to harvest more of these materials from alien spacecraft.
The aliens exotics are quite impressive. They allow production of new materials which are superior to anything that can be manufactured upon Earth. Our R&D personnel have already suggested dozens of entirely new markets that could be opened using designs that are only possible with exotic alloys. The potential for wealth creation is enormous. Disapprovingly, however, our researchers have been unable to suggest any viable way of reproducing these exotics ourselves. Evidence suggests they are producing them requires large quantities of highly advanced infrastructure, which may be why the aliens have chosen to import them directly from their home. In the long term, matching the alien capabilities will require us to send teams to their native production facilities and study their industrial techniques in person. In the meantime, it's been suggested that we could farm exotics from the aliens already present in our solar system. Given their enormous value, even significant losses of ships and personnel in exchange for relatively small quantities of exotics will still present a favorable exchange. In this light, the board has authorized you to scale up shipbuilding. My. Okay, that frees up my alien slot. And we have all kinds of things I would like to get with that. Let's go with the low-hanging fruit first and grab the Xeno Lab. Pretty easy decision there. Owen has 42 XP.
Our associates are now in charge.
So we talked about Owen and augmenting him. No, he was waiting for Untouchable. Yeah, I think he's going to wait for Untouchable. So he needs 150. It was Broad who needed 40. Was it Broad? It was Broad. It was 40. Good eye though. I'm Belgian. I rarely get confronted with the Leopold affairs in the Congo. Oh, I regularly get confronted. I'm just catching up here. Shinosuke says that too. Actually, I mentioned Ireland. I think Rome's control of Ireland wasn't a good time for Irish. Yeah, it usually isn't when somebody else controls your nation. Usually isn't.
Acknowledged.
Okay, Mo, you are going to crack down, and we'll put just a tiny bit of influence in there. We have tons. J-Rob will purge. And we're gonna go pretty heavy spend. It's just influence. I'm sitting on a lot, so. And Owen, just continue to take out what we can take out. I think we put a little bit of a kerplunk on the aliens. They're not starting any missions, at least none that we know about. So good, I guess. Good. Also, it seems like we're done probing. Hallelujah. Hallelujah for now. We still have a little bit to do, but we won't have another major to do like we did there. Okay, it'll be a hot minute here. It's January and we're waiting for March for our next bit of shenanigans. New project available. Exotic hybrid systems. Allows us to build army, navy, and military better. Exotic spike reactor. Cool. This is going to be a very rare material for the time being. We have 0 production, at least so far. I do love the idea that we're going to build mining ships and we're going to go mine the alien spacecrafts. Repeat, please. Yes, I will be taking Japan. Thank you for asking. War on Nigeria. That protectorate,
One
eh?
for the good guys.
That protectorate.
Our people
Beautiful.
have taken control.
Okay. 50% of the way there. And in fact, I probably should come in here and we should go Unity, please. New rivalry. United Kingdom under Exodus and the Republic of Korea are now rivals. Are you sure you want to do that? Okay, yeah, we are under our umbrella. All right, well, you have fun with that, all right?
Standing by for orders. Applying pressure
Okay,
on
we'll
their
take the
people.
crackdown. J-Rob will take the purge, and we will spend
for my
pretty
mission.
heavily.
Where to?
Owen, just continue whatever you want to assault. Go. Just keeping him busy, earning XP this way. Project complete. The Xenoscience Research Center. Okay, so you... Tier 2 module, 25 crew, 100 tons, monthly income bonus, 10% science, 50% for Xenolab. Okay, so that's a big jump. So I only need 2 of these to max out my 50% bonus from Habs, right? Because we said the diminishing returns was ridiculously bad. So really, I could take my Xenolab station, condense it down, and then add something else to it. We're gonna need some more power though. Grants a +2 alien detection bonus. Okay, so we still probably do want 5 of these, even though that's gonna be ridiculously over our cap. That sucks quite a bit, but I don't dare give that up. I don't dare give that up. If I upgraded one of these... Xenoscience stacks differently. It still says all research categories from HAB modules are subject to diminishing returns once above 50%. Are you saying that that tooltip's wrong and this one specifically doesn't cap out at 50? Okay, this is my alien slot. What do we have? Alien computers. Mission control would be really tempting for me. Hydra language is another important one. Enthrall, Terra, they're not really doing either of those to me. The Griffin autopsy is cheap. Let's just take cheap and get that done. Yeah, we have such a huge bonus that, and we have so many Xenotechs to do.
Hit them where it hurts.
Okay, we have done a crackdown. I really like that she's so good we can break through their defense. In the early game, when something's defended, it's like nigh impossible to break through. Somebody else starts messing with this, man. I'm taking it. One way or the other, I am taking it.
Some threats.
So I would just suggest not messing with it. The HAB bonus should still get diminished. You just got the extra source of bonus. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting too. It cost 40 energy to run is the problem. So if we didn't need that many, I would love it if we didn't have to build them, but it sounds like we will still need it for the tracking bonus.
Ready for my
Okay,
mission.
J-Rob,
Ready to go.
finish us up here.
Reporting in.
Owen, keep doing what you're doing.
We're going in.
Standing by for orders.
Yeah, we can keep taking a little bit more public opinion. As you can see here, I'm just hard pumping Unity to try to make it easier and easier to take the place. Company engineers will be done shortly. Go. Get my T here. Oh, here they are. I mean, maybe for a brief period of time, maybe we killed all the aliens on Earth. Maybe we actually had them down. All right, company engineers, 5 extra. That's beautiful. That is quite beautiful. Okay, maximum effort. This is another low-hanging fruit, and when you need it, you need it. let's just get that ripped through here. I think we're pretty much locked in that this is going to be alien and this is going to be society for the time being. We have big bonuses and big needs in both of those areas.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Targets got away.
Crackdown mission failure. How dare you? Dry hole. Leadership on Draco Stag base reporting bad news. It was entirely predictable, yet hearing that very much finite deposits of valuable materials on Shackled and Crater have almost completely been tapped out has still brought dismay to our planners. We'll do our best to mine the remaining reserves, but we should not expect there to be much more output from Draco Stag. All good things come to an end. All mining bases are minus 50. Or we could resurvey the site. 35% chance of success, and we would get minus 25%. Alright, well, we will try. Nope, minus 50%. Boo. Boo. You weren't even making that much to begin with. Very annoying. Yeah, look at that. Our engineering bonus is up to 109. That is quite nice. You kind of get to double dip on those engineering projects. Good job, Owen.
Board, Doctor, because I believe you're the only one who can pull this off. The good news is that, if I'm wrong, there'll be no one left to tell me about it.
Well, there you go.
Commander Fiona Iawade, engineering briefing.
Electrostatic plasma confinement. By utilizing static electricity fields to contain a fusion reaction, this form of fusion power directly heats its fuel, bypassing most of the energy loss found in other types of fusion power. The relatively simple nature of turning charged particles into power makes this method of particular interest for power systems. While not able to achieve extremely high power outputs possible with other types of fusion, it still promises lightweight and efficient reactors for our spacecraft. Okay, so that was the one global energy tech. Okay, space hospitals, DNA repair. Okay, this is another arrival tech, but I think, well, the Climate Research Center might be worth our time. All right, let's, well, I'm already doing one of these is the thing. You know what, let's get in situ. Yeah, look at that, dry hole events are less likely. If only we had that before. Sigh. We'll just make sure that we're gonna win this. The rest of the world can have one research slot, but I get the rest of them. That's only fair.
Our associates,
Yeah, we failed because we failed to purge. Cheeky little bugger. Okay, Mo, how about you succeed this time? Well, that is a harder one.
Turning up the heat.
J-Rob.
Acknowledged.
Ditto.
Reporting in.
Owen,
Standing by
we
for
have
orders.
activity. Go investigate that. Blaster is still working on the public. Yes, go.
Offering assistance.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
We're not evil. I don't know what you're talking about, Caddy. I think that sounds like slander. We'll see you in court, buddy. Crackdown complete. All right, come on, give me that last purge. Investigate. Guerrilla warfare is done. All right, the other one I wanted was the other one. I think it was this one. Yeah, for the unrest missions. Servants get out re.
We are in control.
There it is. There it is. All right, we are a little bit over our cap. We're gonna need to work on that. Yeah, we're losing 84 influence. That's fine. Okay, Mo. Who are you? And what do you want?
Surveilling target.
Jay. Let's throw up a defend here.
Ready.
Okay, and we don't need that much unity. Let's see. That's not enough welfare. Interesting. Okay, give me some economy. I do want everyone to be working on at least a little bit of environment. We're definitely gonna need some knowledge. And you're not maxed out on diplomacy, so we'll give you a little bit there. Okay, we've already got all 26 mission control. Beautiful. All right, we're back in the mission control game. And relatively wealthy country. Maybe we make a little bit of funding here too. All right, we'll let this play through and we'll see what that does to the country. Blaster, you are probably done here. Let's get started on India. Let's get that public opinion up because we're gonna try to kick them out. Owen, you just keep doing what you're doing, man.
Where do you need me?
Where do I need you indeed? Yeah, we'll see when we can start our unrest missions. It would be nice if we could get Owen a unrest mission from a org. Energy Research Center, okay.
Securing our interests.
Defend is done.
Lending my expertise.
Believe me, these bastards have already read everything humanity's ever written. If we don't come up with some way to talk without them listening in, we've got less chance of survival than a hummingbird in a hurricane. Commander Fiona Ayawade, secure correspondence with colleague.
Encrypted signal message to resistance scientist. Date of birth 22777, social security number, blah blah blah. On this date at this time from this IP address. That's a nice touch. Given that we will need to transmit highly sensitive and highly complex information through space, potentially monitoring by any number of forces unknown, making our data truly secure is an absolute imperative. We need a truly unbreakable encryption to ensure any communication cannot be read by anyone other than the intended recipient. It is our recent breakthrough in quantum computing that makes this possible, but it is the same breakthrough that has made it the need greater than ever before. With its ability to perform potentially billions of calculations simultaneously, a quantum computer could crack even our most complex encryption systems in a heartbeat. New quantum-generated encryption methods are thus required to ensure covert operations remain covert and to ensure our colonies and spacefaring vessels are safe from calamitous interference. Quantum key distribution has now been identified as the best path forward. Quantum riders? Are we building quantum riders? Taking advantage of, as it does, of the highly unpredictable behavior of subatomic particles to generate encryption keys without further slowing long-distance transmissions. For whoever you can most successfully implement this is truly an unhackable future awaits. Covert operations, that's very high on my to-do list.
Surveillance complete.
Applied artificial intelligence. Alien megafauna in Cuba. Well, there you go. What do you do? Automated outpost core. I think that's the tier 3, isn't it? Platform core. Neural engineering, government analysis, precision focusing software, vital point shell targeting, deep space metallurgy, smart spacecraft defense. Okay.
We've moved the needle.
Now we're gonna permanent assign you here and keep going. Need to go back and play more Edge Runners? Automated is separate, kind of a tier 1.5 thing. Okay, gotcha. Unification, they pulled Poland in. Man, Protectorate is killing it this game. Look at that, he has most of Europe. Okay, maximum effort is done. All right, now we are over our cap. Do we have anything? Yeah, we could raise our cap by 10. I mean, I guess we're in. Cap by 10. Actually, 10K. Let's actually not do that one. Let's do the repeatable first because it's cheaper. It's only 5, but it's significantly cheaper. We'll run that one first. Okay, we're in control, allegedly, of 2 slots. I doubt that. Oh, hey, and we're in March. We can finally do our shenanigans here. We did layer defense. Okay, so admin module, information module. Right, so you were going to be my information area. Let's give you... We also have our climate lab. Grants a 3% bonus to environment priorities. All research categories from module. What is your category bonus? Oh, it's life science. Okay. I'm fine with that. Information is what we were gonna do here. I think we're gonna stick to that plan. All right, give me a hydroponics. And information. I think we're just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna spam it out and then we'll trim it to whatever we're gonna replace it with later. And I'm kind of thinking we're gonna need more power no matter what, so I think I'm just gonna plop that in there. All right, that'll help a ton. Are we ready for our shenanigans? It's the 16th. So, policy. Apparently no. It's the 24th of March. Okay, not yet.
I'm here.
Okay, Mo. Okay, it was a resistance guy. All right, that's fine. Don't I have a spare org or two? Gamma security. You know what? Let's make contact. No, not a device. Contact.
Reaching out.
We'll help them out a little bit. They're still sucking really badly. Okay, here. We're starting to get in a little bit. China's looking okay. Owen, you keep doing Owen things. J-Rob. Let's go check out the main problem area for me. Make sure we haven't got any growths. It's been a while. It's been a while. Man, I'm so looking forward to the next step here.
You ooze selfishness from every pore, but so long as you don't stand in our way, we good.
That's an awful tone to take with somebody who's been giving you free crap. I'm just saying. Yeah, you can have that, and you can have that. We will accept and look forward to our future discussions. Do you have anything I want? No. 2% life science. The knowledge wouldn't be terrible. Yeah. All right, there you go. Keep it real, keep it peaceful. We don't need to be fighting each other when you could be dying to the aliens instead of me.
We're winning their hearts
23rd.
and minds.
Low Earth orbit. Victor 6 again. Someday, Victor 6. Someday. Okay, yeah, that's what I assumed was going to happen. No surprises there. Alien assault. Okay, can we... Yeah, unification. All right, we need to do that via policy. Okay, so if I understand this correctly, we're going to unify with Taiwan in charge. I'm not sure if we're going to have a cooldown, but then we need to release Beijing, I think is the next step. Does that sound correct to people in chat? This is such a convoluted process. The big corpo and tank girl. Save first. That's always a good plan. Let's save on our China check. Save. China can unify with Taiwan. Sure can. And that's going to be the job of... I'm not sure who that's going to be. We don't have any sightings here. I'm just debating what I want her to do. I think she can go set the policy. In Taiwan, set national
Heading
policy.
to the capital.
Your orders.
Owen, continue your rampage.
Heading to the LZ.
J-Rob.
At your service.
Hey, we're looking pretty clean. Okay, you can do unrest, but his command isn't really high enough. Yeah. His command is not really high enough to do that. Yeah, he just needs a lot more stats. He has better things he can do now. He's just not good enough at them yet. Okay, let's surveil, and let's start figuring some things out down here.
Initiating recon.
Okay. And then somebody said save after we issue the orders. I mean, I think I'd rather have them saved before I issue the orders, if I'm being honest. And we finished building defense at the new station. Yes. Okay, do it. All right, so we're starting at 2.8 and we have 10 over here. We'll see. We should see a big change if this system's going to work. If this step doesn't work, I'm going to be very cranky, but we'll admit defeat probably, and we'll just unify the other way around to save future problems. Okay, new project available. This is the covert operations. Yes, a favorite. That is our last agent.
Offering support.
Griffin project complete. Enemies suffer -3 to assault enemy space asset. Not a huge bonus for us, but we're just working our way through alien tech. Okay, reverse engineer small arms. Military bonus would be good. Armies do extra bonus to humans. That's whatever. Alien warships, we take less damage. Ferrocite quarantine. Minus enthralling. I'm looking at cheap things. The alien computers... Oh, you know what? Maybe it's Hydra time. This pushes an objective forward. It's about what I want to pay. Yeah. Let's work on their language. As you can see, like, we can unlock new things, and it's all coming from alien stuff, so. All right. Come on, Democratic China. Come on, Democratic China.
The people will come to our side.
Will we have Democratic China before we have controls on gacha games? Alright, peacefully unify this nation with its parent nation or Federation ally, which is non-hostile claim on the capital, requires control, and... Okay, so the reason that we needed the Taiwan tech was that gave Taiwan the claim on mainland, which is BS, by the way, but whatever. We're not talking real-life politics. So this will allow us to do this. If we didn't have that tech, we could have done it the other way around, because the PRC should have claims on Taiwan, but that way around does not get us the democracy. So if we don't see democracy change here, then we did something really, really wrong. All right. I wish this would give us a preview. All right. Let's see if we're happy or sad. Economy expands the Republic of China. Yes. Again and again and again. Okay, pause. Our color changed to be Taiwan. I like the yellow better, if I'm being honest. Okay. Okay. We did get the full democracy. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. So we went from like 2 something or maybe 3 up, and we gained about 200 science. That's, you know, that's kind of whatever on that, if I'm being honest. All right, good, good, good. We made 1 step. Now, the problem we have is, as the Republic of China, we don't have claims on things like Vietnam, because this is a peaceful democracy, and that's a problem. So the next step we would need to do is we would need to... I'm not seeing what I want to see here. I'm not seeing what I want to see here. The next step should be... I guess it says China. We need to release China, and what we need is Beijing, really, to be released. And then we're going to do the same thing we just did, but in reverse. Because that should leave the stats we have now with our released nation. How many control points does that take? It shouldn't be that big a difference because Taiwan's not that big. They are 42.91. So let's round it to 43 points each. And that's less than what we had because we were over our cap by a good chunk. Yeah, so the next step, and Eric is repeating it for me here. So we grant independence to China. We'll now have the Taiwan's government score. So we let them go. We refederate everything back up. And this time we fold Taiwan in. You can unify Southeast Asia into Thailand and then unify all of it into China. Has a claim on Thailand's capital. Yeah. Yeah, so we've got more work to do vis-a-vis that. Now, is that one going to come off of... We had the tech we were looking at earlier. Was it this one? I don't know the names of the capitals in this part of the world. My apologies to anyone from that part of the world. I think it was this one. Whatever it is. One of these ones. I mean, it was that one. Yeah, Thailand gains claims. So we were going to want to grab Thailand and then start collecting these Pokemon. Has new regions. I don't believe that those are claims. So we have that's already under our control. That's already under our control. This is what we already own. That's all my little individual spots that I'm always killing Xenos off of. What we care about is here we would have claims. Yeah. I have Taiwan, but not China. No, you need to be in control of both. If you own Taiwan and like you allied them with the United States and then have the United States invade China in a war, you could do it that way if you didn't want to do it peacefully. If you have both under your control, you could just do things because I'm in control of both governments. Okay. Very happy about that. So the next step is releasing China. Do I have a cooldown with myself? I would imagine that's a no. So we want to grant China independence. That should be the next step. So let's finish out the turn and we'll make another save.
Score 1 for the good guys.
Assault alien asset control mission critical success. Check priority. Oh, yeah, good point. Canada's getting terrorized. Oh, Canada. So I didn't actually gain... Oh, you're talking which control points they are? Or you're just talking about priorities? Oh yeah, my priorities are all kinds of weird. What do we have? Financial sector, regional authorities. Actually, hold on, let's slow this down. Bonus funding from this nation. Okay, funding. Bonus stabilized missions, don't care. Orgs based in this nation cost less. What a horrible bonus. Trade unions. What is that garbage? Mass media. A bonus to public campaigns. A legislature. Bonus to purge against executive. Okay, so we lost the security apparatus. That is pretty bad, actually. If you're looking for Thailand, you're looking for Bangkok. I did say that once before, but I don't recognize the other capitals. I recognize this because I've been playing some Victoria, and I've been playing, is it Vietnam? Whatever's right here. So I've been messing around this area. Games are educational, turns out. Okay, yeah, play out the turn here. Oh, I didn't change my priorities. Wave of fear, boo. Okay, so priorities. Let's get to work here. So we're about at the same amount of investment points, so not much changed on that if I'm being honest. The welfare, we're only at 3, but this is just a sleeping dragon waiting to wake up and screw you. So I really want to keep control. I really want to keep control of that. Knowledge, as much as I would love to just hard send that, we gotta be a little under control here. Unity, yeah, this is my problem at the moment. This is what's holding us back. If we look here, so educational is dropping a little bit. Regional annexations, we can fix that. Knowledge would help. That will. We're working on this, and fracture is going to be unity. We could do oppression. I don't really want to do that. So maybe we do need to send a little more unity for a little bit here. I have a bad habit of clicking them all individually instead of just doing this. Okay, we're definitely not going to run funding right now. We're fine, and I have other things to do. We're not going to spoil it. Nope. We're not going to boost. I probably will continue to build some mission control. And I would like to keep working on the military, but not that full send right now. Building navy. We still need 1 navy. We don't need to build any armies. Okay, let's see what this does, and then we'll come back to it. The hoops one has to jump through to make China a democracy. Yeah, no kidding. Do you think I should try to war China? I mean, do you think you can beat them? I'm definitely not a land war expert. I will definitely say that. And remember, be careful of getting into land wars when people have nukes. And if you're talking China and India, they're both nuclear powers. You may have repercussions you have not thought through. Actually, I was watching a really interesting thing just last night, actually, and the guy was making the argument of was the last time that we used nukes in the closing of World War II when Japan got nuked, or have we been using nukes every single day since? It was an interesting argument. New project available. Our research and development teams report that we're now able to undertake encrypted research systems. -2 on steal and sabotage projects. Okay, cool. I would agree, Axe. I do not remember. I do not remember. It was some British politician or commentator, but I don't remember off the top of my head. I've mentioned, but other than gaming, one of my passions is actually politics, and I follow several countries pretty close. That was also not a invitation to start discussing politics here. Okay, oh, we're also building Xeno. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea just to have one complete. What is this exactly doing? Completing this priority will add 1 surface to orbit exofighter to one of the nation's boost facilities. The nation's executive controls it. Where do I see this number? Our orgs give us bonuses. It doesn't sound like it would be a bad idea to get a couple of those. When you need them, right? Then again, well, I'll tell you, I'm being really wishy-washy here. Let's get at least a couple. If we need it, we need it. If I remember, I'll look Shinosuke and I'll message you on what that was, if I can find it. Okay, okay, so we are working on getting into here. Mo,
Where do you need
no,
me?
Owen is the guy who really needs to do this, but he does not have decreased stability.
Where to?
Mo does, but Mo does not have command, and I need to finish her investigation first. So let's do that. Owen, we were saving up XP on Owen to be untouchable. J-Rob needs investigation or espionage. We will get him some more investigation. Broad was working on his security, but then stopped because he would like to become an environmental engineer. Or he can become a project administrator if we wait for 80 XP. I think I'm going to grab the environmental engineer. I'm kind of lowballing that a little bit, but it's probably a good idea to work on it at least. Okay. Actually, hang on. Was that everybody? No, that's not what I even want. 23 here. Okay, so augment. We're done with persuasion. We're done with admin. I was raising her security. Her science isn't bad. Command would give me extra control point, though. Extra security would be safe, though. She is 67. Let's go command for the control point. I have a feeling she's not going to make it through the game. I have a sneaky suspicion. 67 is you've earned your retirement. But I'm not going to let you retire because I need you. We don't need them yet, but we will need them. Yeah, the thing is, you know what? Let's just save on that. I'm going to regret this at some point probably, but the sooner we get this fixed, then we are good to go. Like, this is the last hurdle of things we need to fix here. Oh, hold on. We also... Okay, so if we look at policies here, we need to grant independence to China. J-Rob, let's check this. Set national policy. Mo,
At your service.
apparently we have an alien activity. Mo, go deal with that.
We'll see what we
I didn't realize we had one. Owen, keep getting the Lamaus. Broad. All right, our nation changed, so I need to tell him to re-advise. Go. We're gonna make a save here in case this messes up. I think we're on the clear now. This is tracking with what we discussed, but just to be safe. So the next step should be we release China. China keeps its government score, and then we re-merge it back in with Taiwan as the subservient nation, and then we're done with that bit. Our next big project will be the Taiwan chunk, and then China absorbing Vietnam. They keep showing the basket of crabs. I did really enjoy that picture. Over 65, it's a dice roll every turn. Man, that's going to be suck if they leave us all of a sudden. Luckily, it's arguably at this time, at this moment, our least important character, but she's quietly doing a very important job of getting this support up. So it is what it is. We're also sitting on a lot of mission control. Maybe we should throw some more things up into space. Everyone else lost all their crap, so you know it's free real estate. Oh, there's the launch fighters. Okay. Okay, so small space station. Yeah, this is a big difference in boost cost, isn't it? So if we did platform, yeah, I think I would rather go cheap here if I'm being honest. And we have low Earth. What are we sitting on? We have 3 and 3 that are available, basically. Yeah, we'll play it dangerous. We'll go low Earth 1. And manage. Okay, so we need a solar collector build. We need a defense platform. Where are you at? I guess it's a point defense array. Okay, you need 10 energy. You're gonna produce 15. Okay, we're gonna want at least 2 of those. I may as well throw that up there. That's not that expensive. And I'm gonna want another admin node. Yeah. All right, and then we'll wait for this to complete, and then we'll do our upgrade. This is being a little greedy. We probably should start on dead cheap, but we haven't had too bad of problems yet, so yeah. We'll let that come online here. Also, we got our Xeno lab tech, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Let's get that upgraded. Isn't Wing the Xeno lab? Yeah. Okay. Step 1, you need a defense thing because of course, when I didn't do that.
All sorts of junk going on there.
Okay, now this is where I was having a problem last time. Somebody said I didn't need to decommission. What am I missing that I don't need to decommission to change this? I don't want installed.
Okay, Jack, we'd like you to close Reg A.
Powered, maybe? That's my admin node. Okay, this Xenolab. If we shut down? Upgrade all of type, no. What do I need to do to change this? Or was I fed an incorrect build modules? I got there in the end. It takes 30% of my IQ just to hit go live. So you guys gotta be patient with me. I'm a streamer. Point defense, there we go. There we go. And I do think I'm gonna let that actually build before we do the upgrades. Because we already got walloped here once. Yeah, I didn't notice these 2 tabs. That was the mistake. These could use a little bit more color differentiation, I think, from this. Just feedback. Okay. Good. And let's make a save before we go, just in case. I don't remember if I did or didn't. China check, save. Our favorite crab in a bucket picture. And go. Streamers are multitasking by default. Yes.
Offering assistance.
Yes. Advise mission complete. We'll say permanent, but we're probably going to get interrupted right away. I hope when we get China back.
Take water for granted each and every day. Yet, no matter how humanity might evolve over the centuries to come, one thing will never change. Everything we are and everything we do depends upon water. Chancellor Li Qingzhao, Public Lecture, Xi'an Jiaotong University.
I hope that when we get the PRC back, I hope that we have a security apparatus back again. I'm gonna guess we won't because that probably had to do with being an authoritarian, but I do miss that. That was really nice to get a +3 on that roll. As we establish more of a presence in space, the cost of transporting resources into and beyond orbit rapidly becomes prohibitive. Thus, it is imperative that we harvest more of what we need from space rather than Earth. Water is the foremost essential, as it can be separated into oxygen and hydrogen, which in turn can be used for the creation of fuel, propellant, and breathing in a mix of personal and plants. Not to mention also serving as a coolant and radiation shielding. Fortunately, we're now confident we can obtain sufficient water from the ever-shadowed poles of Luna, our own moon, in combination with mining it from asteroids. Beyond that, Phobos and Deimos, the moons of Mars, will provide all the water and therefore fuel that we'll need to further our conquest of the solar system. Dry hole events are less likely. Lucky strikes are more common. We can research extended space survival, and we can get the in situ resource utilization module. Okay, right now we have a science and we have a military as global techs. I feel like we're behind in material science. I really feel like we are. Fission pulse drive sounds like that would be the next set of ship drives, which I was talking about earlier. Rapid repairing materials. Nanofab complex would be really nice. I think let's get the drives. I don't think tonight we're going to make it to the next ship design, but we need to stay on that goal
Public sentiment
of getting that done.
with us.
Policy direction complete.
Okay, so policy for Republic of China. We would want to grant independence to China. Improve shipbuilding techniques will help when it comes to the fleet. Is that going to increase my speed or cost? Will we have to redevelop nukes? I'll have to look. It probably is worth having at least a couple. You know, it is at least probably worth having a couple. All right, no whammies. Please work the way I think this is going to work. Okay, China takes control of the Beijing region. Independence. Pause. Okay, so now we have China. What did you get, just out of curiosity? Okay, did not, yeah, it looks like they inherited the same thing. And if we look here, we have claims. We have claims on all the stuff. So now we would want relations, manage relations. We are still an ally with the Republic of China, which is the rest of you. So we need to refederate these guys. Cool down, consolidates. I'm not sure. September? You think that that's causing our hold up there? Right here. Snap, Fedrat, then Unify. Could you say that again, Eric? Okay, so it sounds like we need to wait for September to refederate and then reunify. This does sound like it's following what we expected to do, even if it's a little bit on the annoying side right now. Okay, you... No funding. No boost. You know what actually we should do? We should just bang up this 10 mission control. Yeah. And also some unity, because that's looking a little spicy. Let's do a direct investment. How much can I buy? I mean, there's one. There's two. I could spend up to 20k if it'll let me. Can I hold this button? I sure can't. Okay. 26,000 is more than I want to spend, but not more than I would be willing to spend. This is gonna buy us most of that. That might actually max it out. Let's go back like a few. Yeah, there we go. We just bought 9 mission control or whatever. So we only need to build 2. We are not getting, yeah, we're gonna need to direct invest this because this is never gonna finish at 1 per month. But we don't need to do it yet. Let's hold off because I'm kind of broke now. That's sweet. See, this goes to show though how much more efficient it is for small nations to be building that. The power of money. That's right, Chinosuke. The power of money. Is someone else typing on a phone? Probably. Okay, did I get that right though? We're waiting for September to refederate, wait for cooldown, reunify, Gucci. Or Kaching, depending on who we're talking about. Okay, you were building a solar array, you have the layered defense. You are the information lab. Okay, cool. These can just go away. Okay, that did, look what that also did to my control points though. What an ouch. We went from under to over by 42. So that was a little painful. We will need to continue to, yeah, management research. Yeah, we're going to continue to get more points here. We shouldn't be sunk. Yeah, as long as we're positive here, I don't really care.
Target secured.
28 income. 28 income, Shinosuke. I'm sitting on 5K, and we're not really spending it particularly. It'll be fine.
We found something.
This also means we're gonna need the next nation engineering project sooner rather than later. I really like their system of soft caps. I always find soft caps a more interesting design decision 98% of the time than hard caps. I really like that it'll let you do weird things. Pakistan under resist. Why is everyone hating on Korea? What is up with that? What do you got against K-pop? We have alien slayers. They're really big on the internet, on the quantum net.
Ready.
Okay, now I do want to be a little careful here because people are probably interested in shenanigans right now. Go defend my interests. J-Rob, go defend my interests.
Ready for orders.
Owen, you just keep getting the little mouse.
Going in.
At your service.
And hey, we're slowly but surely getting some influence over here. We're getting close to being done with PsyOps. Okay, and currently I'm in charge of all 3 techs. Go. You can spend a lot of influence on direct investment during funding next year. I mean, I sure could. I sure could.
Making things safe for our people.
Making things safe for our people.
We just dropped a good chunk when we did that private investment. Okay, management, that's 5 more. How much is it for the next repeat? Management. Oh no, I don't see it. Is that still repeatable? Maybe it was only repeatable. Oh, there it is. Okay, so 4,500 gets me 5, or phonic computing gets me 10. So it's still more efficient to get more management research. Yeah, still more efficient. So we'll do that one again. I mean, this is permanent, so it's not like this is wasted research. And once we actually have some spare someday, we could actually try to grow the economy, since that's going to raise our costs. Yeah, I don't really need it for the missions at the moment, because what do you need the influence for? Purging, public campaign, control point. My people are so good, I don't really need to spend very much. He says his blaster bot has a stroke. By the way, Babel, the country unification texts are first come, first serve, and if another faction research, you lose out. Seriously? That needs to be telegraphed better on those texts. I didn't see where it said unique or anything. Dude, why is everyone hating on me? Haters.
Reporting in.
I can't believe these people. Okay, you also are going to start public campaigning. I do kind of want to make a swing at this when we get that guerrilla tech.
Ready to go.
Owen, keep cleaning.
Heading to the LZ.
J-Rob, I think you're also going to help. You spent just a tiny amount of ops. Makes sense. I don't know. We definitely have places where multiple countries claim multiple things. Well, there's the global tech, Shinosuke, but then there's also the engineering next piece of it. It's written on the tech description. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we will try to move that up in priority then. I don't think anyone else would have interest in it over here, if I'm being honest. Okay, wingspan completed. What did you complete? A whole bunch of something, I'm guessing. A point defense array. Okay, upgrade that. There you go. Okay, let's do at least, now that we actually, well, no, we just turned it off to do an upgrade. Okay, we'll chill again. We'll chill again. I really don't want that station getting pummeled, so we'll hold off.
Lending my expertise.
Once anyone researches a unity or country that applies the country, there you go, wing solution. So it applies to the, so anyone can use it is what you're saying. Okay, sanctions. Tensions between China and United Kingdom. Okay, well, I guess be penalized for being mean to me? Sure. We knew this was going to be contentious. I think we are at the 3-hour mark, but I think we're going to do bonus stream time. We're going to push on until September, and we're going to get our federate back in. So we're going to push a little bit here. I'm sure I will pay for this tomorrow. 3 hours does not feel long enough to do a stream of this. I feel like I barely sat down. Okay, crisis diplomacy. Cooldowns on improving relations between nations are reduced by 20% following diplomatic events we initiate. Okay. No joke. That's actually really good. We'll set that as a favorite. If that's cheap enough, we might actually do that.
Target still in one piece.
9 month stream. That would be one heck of a subathon. But so, you know, when I'm like 105 and I can finally retire and I can be a full-time streamer, maybe we'll do that. You know, I'll be on life support anyways. So did you guys see? I know a couple of you guys follow Nero. They like broke the hype train record like 3 times in a row recently. Like literally over like $500,000 worth of subs. That feeling, TI. I don't think that's going to be the case, Axe. We'll see though. I mean, we've been pulling in pre this stream about 50 people usually, which is pretty good for my channel on a general day. But I do think it will wear. That's just how series go. So, you know, I'm relatively committed to trying to finish the run, but we'll see. You know, if no one's watching, then, you know, it's kind of a waste of time. I might do it as videos or something, but for the time being, people seem to be enjoying it. So there's something to be said about just get it done. So we're streaming it every day we stream until it's finished, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Although the 22nd is kind of a hard date for me because that's going to be infield, and I am going to stream at least through the story of that. So take that as it will. We'll bounce back and forth between the two a little bit. Okay, I see what happened here. We went to the same place. Oops.
I'm here.
Okay, blaster, good. We're in June. We are protected. We are researching. Go. I haven't really been following the drama or anything. It's not really my thing, but I just tangentially get streamer news, so that's kind of what I know about that. We will save the world even as you thoughtlessly plunder. Sure you will. Sure you will. You need to like trim your like weird sideburn thing you got going on. Hey, can we have one of your best cartels? No. How about this? A bit more incentive. Okay, how about you don't give me the boost? How about I give you some money? 500 monies? For a non-aggression and an improved. I actually don't even want the non-aggression if I'm being honest. How about $100 for some improved relations? There you go. The art of the deal right there. The problem with non-aggressions is I still have tons of expanding to do. If you were playing like North America, you'd kind of be done for the time being because you could just merge your super state. There's little of urgency to report at this time. The world remains in upheaval and is likely to remain so until the aliens are dealt with, one way or another. But at least for now, things appear relatively stable. Grants a tiny public opinion boost to initiative. This isn't changing to 1 month per turn, right? I don't think we've hit that.
Case remains unheard.
We've moved the needle.
Target secured.
Okay, alien asset assault. Abductions, we don't love those. More abduction. Okay, they woke up. Aliens woke up. Psyops, cool. Okay, crisis diplomacy. It's dirt cheap. Oh, but we also could. Okay. I'm torn. No, we need this first because if we get this before September, then we'll get our agent. And actually, I'm gonna hard push this real quick because if that's gonna affect my cooldown, that'll make what we're doing way faster. Yeah, but Eric, that's a Vocaloid. That's not the same as an AI. There is a bit of a distinction there. Okay, low orbit. Definitely a cool thing for him though, man. I mean, how awesome is that if that got to be your job? You start off as a hobby just making like a little bot, and then I mean he's got to be a millionaire at this point. I would like to be a millionaire. Spoilers. I know you're all shocked. Shocked and appalled.
At your service.
Okay, right. Oh man. We got Lamals all over the place. What's going on here? I thought we had this under control.
I'm here.
Okay, we are going to different places. And we're doing what we're doing. How are we doing on public opinion? Not yet. Okay, so who are my upper? Okay, Blaster can do it, but Blaster's gonna be terrible at this.
Acknowledged.
Mo can do it. Mo's even worse.
Where to?
Owen does not have increase unrest. J-Rob. God, he's such a jack of all trades. Maybe we need to get him some more command.
Ready for your orders.
Let's actually take a hot second. Do we have anybody in here who gives increase unrest? We may have to do some work on something that I can actually buy also. Protect target. Okay, increase unrest. Criminal. He's not a criminal, unfortunately. I have a feeling this is going to be really difficult. Okay. Boo is all I can say about that.
Offering support.
It's funny, we have two factions hard against the aliens, yet rarely do the AI doing spring cleaning against alien assets. Well, it depends. They generally, I think, try to take care of their own territory. So, Protectorate has the EU, so they're not super aggressive against it. The Servants have Russia and India, they're not against it. The Academy has Brazil, so they're not against it. And it's like weeds. If you don't clear out your neighbors, it spreads. So I think that's what's happening to them. It's spreading in. Do remember though, Shinosuke, he probably can write that off as a business expense. So that's not quite the same thing. It's just like when streamers talk about writing their gotcha off as a stream expense. So don't always keep that in mind when you see somebody that's streaming. If they're big enough that they're making money, they can write it off on their taxes, which, you know, that's not free money, but just it changes the equation. Let's put it that way. Okay, yeah, we're not changing anything here. Let's keep going.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Oh. Oh, doesn't he have like 20 or 30 employees at this point, Shinosuke? Like it's a whole business at this point. Investigating alien activity. Yes.
Here's what we've found.
Okay, good. That means we have at least 2 active aliens. I have lost 1 pip of hatred. I'm gonna be honest, if they stay out of my way, I'm gonna stay out of theirs for the time being. I would love for this to go down, because once we get our ships, I wanna go mining some exotics, as they put it. Okay, you take care of that. J-Rob, what are the odds that you can start increasing unrest? Okay, that's not 0. I probably wouldn't want to spend more than probably 16. And we're going to need to spam this for it to be effective. So we're not quite there yet. All right, then you go clean out some stuff and keep getting XP.
I will help them.
All right, project complete, crisis diplomacy. Okay, so cooldowns on improving relations between nations reduced by 20%. That's going to be really big for us, actually, because we have several steps to do, and then we have multiple things we want to get. Okay, we are still 24 over, so I'm going to do civilian phonic computing. Am I hard sending that? Let's do something like this. Okay, they have taken this away from me. I'm fine with them having a slot, so I'm not going to fight that. Can I? Yeah, I'm pushing this hard because I don't want them to. They were really aggressive there for a second when everyone started declaring rivalries and crap. So I don't want to chance that. Let's get our management under control. New project available. Institute resource utilization module. Okay, so we're gonna need that very soon too. Well, that event is crippling if that happened on one of our better bases. Alien abductions reported.
Their defense was
Aliens have awoken. They're terrorizing Canada. Ooh, remind me again, isn't that humanity first? No. Servants have broken. Okay. This is, I almost guarantee the aliens did enthrall elites here. I do not believe this for a second, that they took those 2. Don't believe it. Okay, now let's grab our extra agent. Now let's just hard send that for a second. This is gonna be another big jump. So what do we want, I guess, is gonna be the question. Should we start training blasters replacement? Should we get a second advisor? Should we get another military guy that can do increase unrest? That feels kind of wasteful, if I'm being honest. Okay, J-Rob. Go to Calgary.
investigating alien site.
Owen.
Standing by.
Go to Spain. Go. Blasters replacement. Okay, layered defense on wing solution. We don't have enough power. Okay, I was concerned about that, but I didn't check it properly. Okay, so we're gonna need another solar array, at least. So how much do you need? 40. And we only have 32. So we need another solar array. Build. And then we know we're gonna do this, so let's take like you. Now let's do one upgrade here. Okay, so you need 40. Why is that suddenly acting like it's gonna work? Oh, because you went offline to do that. And you produce 61. I think we're gonna need another solar panel. All right, let's just let it play out. My brain's too fried to try to do math.
Offering assistance.
How much would a reactor array give? Let's see. The thing is, the reactor arrays use my fissiles, and where I don't have to use them, I would rather stockpile these while we can.
Our case remains unheard.
Wingspan. Hold that thought. A heavy fission pile would give me 30 energy. Not worth it. The solar is giving me way more here. We have completed the covert operations project. Allows us to recruit an additional counselor. We could also get crash training program. In situ, I kind of want this. Let's blitz a couple cheapies here. I'm less concerned about that. Okay, we're still in control. We're still in control. We let that one go. Go. Oh. We also should probably actually look if we can want somebody to recruit. We got our empty slot. Recruiting. A spy. From Denver, America. Now, getting an American counselor would open up all those American military assets. That actually could be useful, I will say. Also undercover. Furtive isn't great. Furtive kind of kills that. A scientist. Innovative. I do like that a lot. She's a physicist. That would be an additional 15% energy we could use. Officer. Ethical. Nope, you're out. We don't do those around here. We don't have an ethics department. We have a corruption department. Look, we're worried you're not embezzling enough. What are you doing? At least take the stapler home at the end of the night. An addict. Executive. Hospice expert. Wow, what a milquetoast dude. Another professor. Ethical, you're out. Inspector. Got a little Mao hat on. No. Unfortunately, this is kind of a crumb bum group. I'm gonna wait. I don't want to recruit garbage. Reactor, not the fission pile? Oh, okay, let me double check. Apparently I was looking at the wrong thing. Fission pile, heavy fission pile. I don't think I have the reactor then. Fission reactor right here you go. 85 for the tier 2. We're making 61 from the tier 2. If somebody builds the solar mirror, we could get some more. This also has 0.2 fissile upkeep, which isn't killer. As head of the unethical marketing department, I would caution against hiring ethical people. Yeah, they'll ruin the workplace culture we have around here. Like, at the end of the workday, somebody always takes the toilet paper roll. Like, every morning they're gone.
Recon complete.
The 1/8 ply like we have at work. I thought it was for everybody, Caddy. Okay, well, if I get around to building it. The Urkani region decolonized in the Republic of China. Decolonized. Okay, I don't know what that meant. Did you have a effect I didn't know about on here? Or did we just have people leave? No, people are going up. Okay. Yeah, this is the region it took me. Okay, enemies are planning.
Ready for my mission.
Okay, Owen, back to cleaning. J-Rob.
Acknowledged.
Also, but different target. Sure.
Going in hot.
Just keeping them busy so they keep gaining XP basically at the moment. See, look at it. I'm helping save the world. I don't know why people are so upset. Okay, we're into August. We're almost there.
I will help them.
Some regions have the colonize debuff. You get rid of it. What was the debuff? Because I never noticed that. It would make kind of sense over here. It would be one of these icons, right? I would assume.
People will come to our side.
New project available. New counselors start with plus 40 XP. Okay, we'll favorite that.
Target destroyed.
Okay, we have new counselors available. We'll take a look between turns.
Destroy target.
It lowers max mission control. Full tip. Okay, full tip. Man, the Terra missions are ramping up. Penalty to economic growth and other things. That makes sense. Okay, so they were saying the region tab. I assume it's going to be one of these. Core. Vulnerable. That should be mountains. Vulnerable. Oil, rugged. Minerals. Here we go. Colony region. So we still have another one. Colony regions carry a lesser status within the nation, typically due to a past imperial behavior by the nation. They contribute less to national GDP and cannot support armies. Colonial status is lost if the region becomes an independent nation or joins a nation with a similar per capita. Well, that didn't happen. Rugged regions take extra time for the army to travel through. Yeah, that's something different. Okay, well, there you go. Okay, Owen, keep cleaning. J-Rob, go get the mission. We had new counselors. No, you're not new. Celebrity? Okay, this could be a persuasion character. She's an addict, untouchable, beloved. Inspire is a job I would like her to be able to do. She's loss averse. Got a Serbian lady who's an addict. Is everyone an addict these days? They all got their vape pens? What's up with that?
Offering counsel.
No oil finds or something? Yeah, we haven't had any of those. We've been pretty lucky on bad events in our territory so far. Okay, in situ resource utilization module. Okay, so has a mass, has a build cost. The in situ resource module will allow ships to repropellant at an uninhabited hab site that produces all raw materials used in the ship's propellant. Ships that have anything listed in their propellant may repropellant at any site. Not useful for antimatter. Okay, so I don't actually need to build this anywhere at the moment, but just researching that gave me the bonus to avoid the bad events, if I'm reading that correctly. Okay, I think I'm gonna just grab this quick. It's 2 levels. Or, well, we don't have any free. All right, let's take a look. Do we have anything else that adds control? I guess we need to do a quick. Okay, this would. Okay, this is our repeatable. Just double checking because we're kind of looks like we kind of have the text that we have, and we're still a little bit over cap until we can get this refederated. Looks like we can't. Okay, we are 20 over cap. We're not going to be able to make 20 anytime soon. We could do this pretty easily for 5 more. Grab the South Asian one. Start on the Thailand stuff. I can't grab them. It is pretty cheap. Okay, and here, you are right, there is text here. Let's read this. The project can only be completed once by any faction. If another faction finishes it first, we lose progress. Global effects from the project, like new claims, will still be available for all factions, and all factions will be able to research follow-on projects unlocked by the project. Okay, so there's no danger that we lose it, only if we work on it and then somebody else finish. We'll lose the research we spent, but that's fine. Okay, let's do it. It's dirt cheap. We're close to our September Fed, which isn't going to fix this still, but yeah. Okay, that's going to give me 10. Actually, no. Let's do another management research. That's going to give me 15, and 15 mostly will get rid of our penalty, and then we'll grab that. The fact that I don't have to worry about getting locked out makes me much less worried. War on Bosnia. Man, poor Bosnia.
Were some distant eye ever to gaze upon our world, it would see warehouse workers denied bathroom breaks, factory laborers paid pennies to assemble $1,000 phones, children dying in mines. Would it not question why we had not found smarter, kinder solutions? Chancellor Li Qingzhao, interview with Wired magazine.
Sounds pretty dangerous for somebody from China to be saying. Though our previously developed neural networks approximate the function of a human brain, they remain in essence algorithms and not a true intelligence in any meaningful way. The potential of digital consciousness is near boundless, fully autonomous code-based entities that can liberate humanity from the dangers and drudgery of construction work, mining, maintenance, to name a few. A world where robots and computers shoulder all the heaviest burdens. The myriad hazards of our operations in space make it much more of a necessity than ever before. Why endanger human life when a computer can do it for us? Yet the obstacle to progress has been merely processing power and software refinement, but also safety, ensuring both the AIs can indeed be entrusted with our lives and that they cannot become self-aware enough to seek higher purpose for themselves. Yet, at last, our software engineers are confident they struck a happy balance, their prior breakthroughs in quantum computing giving rise to a wholly digital intelligence, capable of dutifully operating deep space facilities without human intervention. Max Miltech goes up, automated HABs, mind and machine, we get a bunch of stuff. Sure. Independence movements. Yeah. When I played as the servants, just like the beginning of this playthrough, I was a complete crapper. I made everyone research all these stupid high, stupid techs at the very beginning of the game, and I put the entire world so far behind. It was very glorious. It was very glorious. This is all about breaking apart big nations, not something that we really want. Global command structure might be useful, though. All right, dumb tech. She picked wrong.
That is a number.
Okay. Was it the beginning or end of the month we needed?
We found something.
15th of September. So, at least one more turn, I would say. Okay, project available. Our mines produce 15% more metal. Ooh. Ships take less damage from energy weapons. The aliens were using torpedoes and lasers, so this is a maybe. Those enemies are starting to plan longer and longer. That's definitely noticeable.
Ready.
Okay, let's actually come home and let's just do a quick little sweep here and make sure we're not getting any Xeno stuff growing. And go. All right, I think we end this turn at either the 15th or the 16th, so we should be able to get that done.
Lending my expertise.
And we didn't find any. Okay, I think we finally caught up. I'm pretty happy to actually say that. Some new counselors. Are they though? Are they?
Winning their hearts and minds.
Diplomat, professor, journalist. Okay, new project available. Oh, okay. Neural engineering, more cybernetic pieces. Yes, favorite, please.
Score 1 for the good guys.
Oh, nope, big things. We've researched Hydra Language Project. While it will take some time to fully comprehend the Hydra language, we have now identified sufficient patterns and repeated elements to establish the core concepts behind it. Essentially, their method of communication is twofold: an auditory aspect, much like our own, and perhaps more importantly, a ferrocite-based aspect, which chemically and wordlessly conveys the emotional concept of their otherwise functional speech. We can now proceed with direct translation of spoken element, should we wish. It remains to be seen, however, how effective any attempt at communication will be without replication of chemosensory element. Fulfill objective.
We've exchanged simple communications with our alien subject.
A team of linguists and biologists have assembled an apparatus which they claim will allow crude communication with the captive Hydra. The details are apparently scientifically interesting, but appear largely irrelevant. Apart from the detail that the Hydra ferrocites also play a role in their communication, this raises some interesting possibilities. Now that we have our Hydra translation device, we are in a position to interrogate our captive Hydra, 2 of them. We are particularly interested in their culture and organizational structures. Though our research teams would like to have continuous access to the captive, we have subcontracted the actual interrogation to specialists in the field. Complete Hydra interrogation project when it's available. Okay, let's grab alien computers quick. Just make things cheaper for myself. It's a cheapie. We're almost done with this. We're almost done with that. Okay. We're getting there. Okay, there's the... We'll probably do that after we finish the alien computers. Oh, you know what? We never checked back in with Japan either. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, fix it up real nice. 265 science. Thank you very much. I totally missed what she just said. Oops. Okay, so we would need not manage relations, although I could do that. Let's not at the moment. We need a policy for a federation with China. J. Set national policy. Now, it shouldn't matter who's in charge here. I'm gonna have China do it because we want them to be the dominant partner. So just in case that matters, I'm gonna have them do it.
What's the up?
I don't think that will matter here. Okay, keep clearing those out. Make my save. This is our China check. Let me tell you, it feels much better to be making save checkpoints rather than reloads. Oh yeah, Blitrix. I'm not gonna mess this up after this much time. Okay, let's hope this works. I can't imagine this is gonna be the problem. The problem will be the unification if that doesn't work. But we won't find that out until, you know, whatever the cooldown is goes by. Now we also should have 20% faster cooldown here too. So, Federation with China, or Republic of China. Yes. Yes. Got our Federation. We'll let the turn play out here. And then I'll check the coup missions. That's pretty good, actually. Oh, jeez, please. YouTube scared the crap out of me. It threw up one of its "you should put ads on" thing that blinked at me, and I thought we disconnected. Man, that thing. I wish I could turn that off. Okay. What is the cooldown? That is what matters. The cooldown is... Cooldowns for normalized relations. It's going to be the 12th of May, I guess. The 12th of May. And when that happens, we should be able to unify. I'm guessing it's not showing up here because we are in cooldown. But as long as we can unify, then we should be good. We should be good. Full democracy and full democracy. So there shouldn't be any way to mess that up. But we want China because we want China's claims. The stream did hiccup for a second the time you got that ad notice. Yeah, I'm not seeing any problems on my end, but that did scare the crap out of me. I don't remember if you were here last summer, Idolac, but I had like 2 months where my internet provider was completely screwed up, and they kept trying to tell me it was me, and it was them. It was them. They finally fixed it after 2 months. I have summers off, so I was streaming 2 4-hour streams, 2 5-hour streams a day. So it really sucked to be having internet problems during that time for basically my entire vacation. It sucked a lot. Okay, but that was what our goal was for tonight. We didn't get the spaceship built, but we also never finished the missile tech. So there you go. So we got the missile tech, we got the drive tech coming, and then we're definitely building a new ship. So that maybe will happen next time. We're fixing our management problem. We will definitely have that solved in May. And then we will grab the Thailand thing and we will get started on them. And then we also can get China to nom this up after some more research there too. So quite good. Oh dude, Idolac, where I grew up, we had horrible line noise problems, even when we got up to DSL. And finally they basically said, like, look, we're not going to repair phone lines anymore. So it is what it is. It's basically what the company said. Yeah, I finally convinced my mom to cancel her landline not too long ago. I'm like, it literally doesn't work half the time. Like, why are you paying for that when we just talk on your cell phone because it works? Okay, a little bit of a slower pace stream I feel tonight, or maybe I just felt rushed because it feels so short. How long did I go? Almost 4 hours, so 40 minutes more than I really should have, but I did want to like at least meet one of our goals here. So next time around, we should be able to get the unification done pretty easily and hopefully get started on the next little piece here. Unfortunately, if you look who owns all this, it's the people I don't want to be hurting. On the other hand, though, maybe by kicking them out of here, they'll go do something more important. Maybe we could coup this and then encourage them to move into India or something. So we have options. Also, it looks like we have, wait a minute. Okay, before I make my save here, that's an elf. All right, Mo, research that. He's gonna wander into my territory, so I'm gonna need to take care of him. Let me make my save here so I don't forget. So save, this is the stream initiative, save. There we go. All right, if you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like on the stream. That helps me an absolute ton. People seem to be enjoying this, so I'm hoping we can continue to the victory. We still have quite a ways to go. If you're not subscribed, I hope you, I've earned your subscription tonight. We've been on kind of a nice little growth phase recently. We just hit 7,200 subs recently. So goal is to get to 10,000 by November 30th. So we are on track at the moment. So loving the growth. I love that you guys love the content. If you want to go above and beyond, you can always leave a super thanks on a VOD, join me live for a super chat, consider checking out the Patreon or becoming a member here on YouTube. Either way, thanks for hanging out. If you didn't block ads, thanks for the pennies, and I will catch you guys on Friday with the next stream. It is going to be Terra Invicta, and it will be a longer stream because I don't have work the next day, so we'll shoot for probably 5-6 hours. Who knows? Maybe we'll go pretty late. We've got some more Shadow Empire scheduled to come out tomorrow, and I do have a couple side projects that probably get out in the nearish future, a couple demos and things I want to show off. So if you're not into those two things, other things are coming too. So don't think that your turn won't come. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out. Hope you had a good Wednesday. Hope you have a great Thursday. I'm going to play us out with an ad, and I will catch you guys on Friday. Babble out.